America, we are back, baby. Welcome to another episode of America Unfiltered. Glad to be back with you guys here today on Thursday. And holy shit, do we have a show for you today? Gonna be a long show, gonna be a good show. A lot of different things to get into. One major topic that we're gonna be covering tonight. We're gonna be covering a few different topics, but our big topic today will be an interview that happened with Austin Metcalf's father. Austin Metcalf's father was given a gag order at the start of the trial, was not able to talk at all, not able to talk about the Anthonys, not able to talk about the situation regarding his son's murder. And now he is finally able to speak freely. And holy shit, did he go off last night. I'm not going to lie. I don't want to speak negatively about this guy because he lost his son. But at first, I thought he was kind of a pussy. At first, I thought he was a little bit of a pussy. But he seemed to have finally been able to speak his mind and speak the truth last night. Last night, for the first time, he was able to call out the fact that this is an issue about race. At first, he was trying to say there was no racial divide at all, that this attack was not racial, not racially motivated, not racial at all. And now, today, or last night at least, he officially came out, has claimed that it is a racial attack. He said some racial statements about Karmelo Anthony, and I'm proud of you, Jeff Metcalf. I'm proud of you. You finally have realized that these people are violent. And no, it's not all blacks, but it always is them. That is the thing. And we're going to get into that today because Austin Metcalf's father had some very choice words to say last night. He called him a watermelon felon. He said black fatigue is very real. He said many other statements. And we're going to watch the full interview today. We're also going to be covering James Fishback, what's happening there. The Florida GOP is trying to block him, or is now blocking him from participating in the governor's debate. It's one of the most absurd things. And not only are they just blocking him, they're blocking every single candidate except Byron Donalds for not meeting standards that they have not released to the public. This is one of the most disgusting things I've seen in a while. You literally have them trying to rig an election right in front of our eyes, and nobody's doing anything to stop it. I have personally called Byron Donalds' office multiple times today. The receptionist seems to hate me at this point. I'm not going to lie. Maybe we even try and do one live on the show. Maybe we call Byron Donalds' office today live on the show, and let's actually do that right now. Let's do that right now. Let's see if we can get an answer out of them. Let's see if we can get an answer out of them. Let's see. I'm going to put it on speakerphone. Which number was it? I want to say it was this number. I was calling two different numbers. I called APAC today because I saw the video of the guy saying put a goy on. And I was like, I'm going to do that to them. But APAC now stopped answering their phone. But it's a DC number as well. And I have two DC numbers. I think this is the right one.
Thank you for calling the office of Congressman Byron Donalds in Washington, D.C. We apologize that we are unable to take your call.
Oh, it is 7 p.m. Okay, they're not there now. They're not there. They're not there. That's sad. I thought maybe on the show we were going to be able to do a live call-in to their office. But sadly, we don't get that. Sadly, we don't get that privilege, right? Of course, the show has to be at 7, and of course, they have to be out of the office by then. But yeah, basically, I called the office multiple times, and I'm like, why is Byron Donalds refusing to debate James Fishback? And they just keep saying, we cannot answer statements for Byron Donalds. And I said, okay, well, can you put him on the line or pass a message to him, or can I schedule a meeting? And they said no. And I said, is it because I'm not a donor and he only takes meetings with donors? And then she just went silent, didn't say anything, didn't respond. And I said, are you still there? And she said, yes, I'm still here. And I said, okay, you didn't answer my question. Does he only take meetings with donors? Didn't answer my question again. And then she hung up. So then I decided, I was like, okay, fuck this bitch. Fuck Byron Donalds. Fuck these people. I proceeded to call about 30 times today, asking them different questions. I said, why does Byron Donalds claim to be a Christian but then supports abortion? Boom, instant click. Let's see, what else did I say? I said, Byron Donalds claims to be against crime but has been arrested multiple times. Boom, instant click. Like, I was just going off on them, and I kept just getting instant click, instant click, instant click. They're just hanging up on my ass. They did not like it, but tomorrow, Byron Donalds, oh, don't worry. Tomorrow, I'm going to call back another 40 times. We're going to enjoy it. We're going to enjoy it. And I urge all of you to call. I'm actually going to give you guys the phone number right now, because it's perfectly legal to call your local congressional representative or your, state congressional representatives and express your dissatisfaction, express your concerns. Completely legal. Just don't be rude. Don't be threatening. Don't be out of line. But 202-225-2536. 202-225-2536 is the number for Byron Donald's congressional office. And I want everybody calling it tomorrow. First thing when they open, let them fucking hear it. And here's the crazy thing, actually. Apparently there's 2 receptionists. I talk to the female one every single time. Kind of ridiculous. But apparently there's a male receptionist there. And what people were saying is this guy seems kind of based. They called and they were like, hey, so why is Byron Donalds refusing to debate James Fishback? And then,
Callie Groiper sent $10. The Irish are the best among us.
God bless you, Callie Groiper. Thank you for that. Much appreciated. The Irish are the best among us. Irish and Italians, I would say for sure. Irish and Italians seem to be the best by far. Nobody even compares, really. When you look at like Irish, or like real Irish, real Italian people, nobody fucking compare. We run this fucking country. We really do. God bless you, Callie. Thank you for the $10. Much appreciated. Oh yeah, apparently, so people were calling the office and a guy was answering. They're like, why won't Byron debate James Fishback? And the guy was like, actually, that'd be a great debate. Like, let's see if we can get that going. Like, let me talk to Congressman Byron Donalds. And maybe this guy's concealing his power level. Maybe not. Not sure. Someone just goes, rape Sneeko in the chat. Nice. Corn King's in the chat. He goes, no way that's legal. Standard is must be Israel cuck. Yeah, I mean, in a Florida debate, probably it's the most Zionist fucking shitty state. It's a great state, but it's a Zionist state. That's the problem. Very, very Zionist in this state. But that's really what we're going to be covering today. And then we'll also do a brief, like, 2-minute segment, like literally 2 minutes on the destruction from the net. Let's actually just do that right now. Let's actually just get that out of the way right here in the beginning. I don't know if you guys watched the basketball game last night, but one of the, biggest comeback in NBA Finals history. Absolutely insane. I mean, the Spurs, that's the most embarrassing thing ever. You're winning by 29 points, and then you lose the fucking game. Holy shit, it's just atrocious. But then after, this is what Knicks fans were doing in the streets here. I got a couple videos. So this was one. I have literally just 2 videos I want to show you. They're both short. This one's 30 seconds. So this is at a Five Guys in New York City, and this is what Knicks fans did to this Five Guys employee who was a Spurs fan. Notice how they're all black too.
Nah, you Gucci gang, you Gucci. You Gucci gang. Oh!
Black people are never beating the allegations. Never beating the allegations.
Oh, they killing him! Oh!
Do you see how fucked up that is too? Like, look here in the beginning. Look, that guy's got like a fryer thing with fries and probably oil on that went everywhere. Like, that's going to be burns. There's going to be real impacts to that. That's terrible. And again, notice how they're all black, but this is just disgusting behavior. And then this was another video I want to show you guys, and I want you guys to see. It's kind of hard to see, but when Wembanyama comes through as the star player for the Spurs, they literally throw an egg at the back of his head. They literally egg him, and it's like, have some fucking decorum. Have any decency. Someone goes 2 blacks in a location, just walk out. Truest statement I've heard today. Truest statement I've heard all year, honestly. If you see 2 blacks anywhere, leave. But you guys will see. Once Wemby comes out here, and I don't care that they're heckling them and yelling at them. Who cares? Whatever. That's just, there's Wemby right there. Boom, egg right to the back of his fucking head. Like, that's so fucked up. That is so fucked up. Like, it's a basketball game at the end of the day, and I get it. I'm a sports fan. You know, I know a lot of people aren't, but I'm a sports fan, and that's just disgusting. Disgusting way to act. So, fuck those people. Fuck all the New York Knicks. Honestly, the Spurs deserve to lose because of how shitty they played last night. But the Knicks really deserve to lose because of how shitty their fans are acting. I can guarantee you the Knicks fans are not getting assaulted in San Antonio. And the players are not getting assaulted in San Antonio. I can guarantee that's not fucking happening. So honestly, they both deserve to lose. I still hope the Spurs win, but one of the craziest things ever. But okay, let's get into the actual show. Let's go right into it. Thank you guys for tuning in, by the way, live and on Spotify. Please remember to like, smash the follow button, leave a comment. We read all the comments at the end of each show. Rate the show 5 stars on Spotify. Join the Telegram channel to stay updated on all things America Unfiltered. And check out our website, autv.shop, autv.shop for all your America Unfiltered goods. New stuff going up this weekend as well. New stuff going up this weekend. But okay, let me get the actual stuff from the show pulled up. We're going to start here with Fishback, and then we're going to end with this Austin Metcalf stuff. His dad, Jeff Metcalf, doing the 2-hour-long interview where he literally just goes scorched earth on black people and Karmelo Anthony, his entire family, calls them entitled pieces of shit, basically calls out how they grifted off this, that it was a money grift over everything. Pretty crazy stuff. But this is the statement we got from Rerum Navarum last night. Florida GOP has barred James Fishback and other candidates from the GOP primary debates, saying that only Byron Donalds has qualified to participate. So we're having a debate with just one candidate. Like, how ridiculous is this? We're having a debate, a political debate with just one candidate. It's so fucked up. It is actually so insane. They are trying to take this election away from James Fishback because, and this came out on the same day as this, and that is no surprise, new Florida governor primary poll shows him just 3 points behind Byron Donalds. At first, he was all the way at the bottom. He was a very new candidate starting in about December or November. Well, Byron Donalds had announced his run almost 6 months, a year prior to that. And then James Fishback tweets out, "This is why Byron Donalds just said he won't debate me. Call him yourself and tell him to debate." And again, this is the same phone number I gave you guys. I urge you all, call it tomorrow. Let them know your dissatisfaction with Byron Donalds.
Cali Grow I percent $10 all blacks are S.
All blacks are what? Let's see if it will show me if I go on the actual website. But thank you for the donation, Callie. Let's see. Let's go on Power Chat and see if it shows me the uncensored version. See if it gives me the uncensored version of that. God bless you. Thank you, though, for the donation. Much appreciated. Let's see. Takes me a second to log in here. Okay, just got logged in. Going to the dashboard. Let's see. All blacks are criminals. Okay, well, I can't. Here's the thing. If I say that out loud, the algorithm is going to get me off YouTube and Spotify. So I can't, sadly. But God bless you. Thank you for the $10. Much appreciated. Yeah, absolutely insane, though. It's way too many of them. That is the problem. Way too many blacks are criminals, and there's no accountability within the black community. Like, here's the thing. When I see white people acting like shit, I let them know. I will shame them. I'll let them know. Like, as a white man, have a little bit more pride, be better. Black people don't do that. Black people see other blacks acting like shit, and they're like, you go, girl. It's like, okay. This is just the most unproductive fucking society ever. But yeah, so that's what's happening with James Fishback. It's blatant election interference.
Agent Cooper 11 sent $10. Will you be attending the Sunshine Showdown? Surprise, the FLGOP confirmed love the show. Thank.
Glad you love the show. Thank you for the $10. 50-50 if I'm going. I really want to go, but I have a trip planned actually that weekend. So I was supposed to be going away that weekend, and now I'm trying to see if I can get a refund on my trip for going away now that I know Fishback. Because Fishback just got confirmed today. I didn't think he was going to be confirmed in that event. Now that he's confirmed, it's like, fuck, I really should go to that. So I'm looking on getting a refund for the trip I had booked. If I can't get a refund, I probably won't be attending. If I can, though, I will be. But hopefully I'll know that by Monday. I would say hopefully by Monday I know whether or not I'm able to go. But yeah, that's insane that he's going. I also saw Randy Fine said, I'm not going to the event anymore. Randy Fine finds out James Fishback gets invited to the event and immediately goes, oh, I'm actually not going to go anymore because you're having a Nazi there. It's like, dude, you were fatter than fuck, and you called for more death than the Nazis ever called for. You literally tweeted out pictures of dead. Like, I don't think Nazis would have tweeted out pictures of dead babies and said, send me more. But you did. Randy Fine. You fat fuck. You fat, disgusting pig. Like, you waste of oxygen. Yeah, you're like, oh, a literal Nazi is going to the Sunshine Showdown. It's like, dude, you tweeted out a picture of a dead baby and said, send me more pictures of this. It made my day. The worst Nazi to ever exist in Nazi Germany. The worst Nazi in a million years never would have done that. But you did that. It's so crazy to me. It's actually insane. But let's get into what everyone actually wants to see today, because it's going to be a long video, long little thing we got to watch here. I'm trying to get it pulled up. Actually, wait. Let's actually just go over some tweets about it first, then we'll go into the actual video. But let me pull this up right here because there's been a rise in people getting assaulted or getting threatened after this, including Austin Metcalf's own family. But I have this video that's been going ultra viral that I want to show you before I show you the threats that Austin Metcalf's family has been getting. But this is a video of well, it looks like a homeless veteran, and I'm pretty sure it is a homeless veteran who's at a bus stop just waiting while a black guy comes up and assaults him. And listen to what the black guy says.
Hey, wasn't you on jury selection?
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Seriously.
Smacks a white veteran in the face and said, "Weren't you on jury selection?"
No, he wasn't.
So crazy.
He was on jury selection.
He's a vet, dude. He's a vet. He's a vet. He ain't been on jury selection.
I ain't worried about that.
Fuck you.
You gonna die.
Quit, dude. The boss is coming.
You on jury? Wasn't you on jury?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
You on jury
He
selection?
wasn't.
You was on jury selection?
No, he wasn't.
Oh,
No, he wasn't.
not for Anthony. Not for Karmelo Anthony. Oh. All right, my beat. I thought you was on.
Oh, my B. It's like, dude, you just smacked a homeless veteran. Oh, my B. It's like, fuck you. This is why we don't want to live near black people. Again, exhibit 1,000 why I do not want to live near black people. Because they'll do this. They'll walk up and assault you for literally no reason. They'll think you're someone else and they'll just assault you.
Cali Grow I percent $10 E.
Thank you, Callie Grover. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Another 10. God bless you. Much appreciated. Yeah, it is just like disappointing seeing all this because it's like I saw a video from a black guy. I actually put it on my Instagram story recently, and they said, white people wasted Jim Crow on the wrong generation. They said the older generations that Jim Crow happened to were just not as bad as these black people that we're dealing with today. And I kind of agree, but it's also a double-edged sword where it's like maybe if they didn't have Jim Crow, would they have been this bad the whole time? But I also think part of the reason they are so bad is a lot of the government assistance we give them. Like a lot of it's genetic. A lot of it is their lower IQ. Black young men are way more likely to be violent because of a different gene mutation that not all of them, but a lot of them have. The culture itself, but a lot of that does stem from, like, outside of the genetic stuff, will stem from the fact that we literally just subsidize all of black people's lives and we don't make them work and we don't make them do anything and we really don't hold them accountable for anything because of the idea of racism. That's where a lot of this bullshit comes from, which is just so fucking terrible. And someone just put this in the kick chat, and I bet it's right. That's definitely a stolen bike that this guy's on to. This black guy's definitely on a stolen fucking bike. It's just so absurd. But yeah, let's go to this. This is a new thing that just happened today as well. This is a screenshot from Facebook, multiple screenshots, where people are now making direct threats to the Metcalf family. And listen to some of these. Fuck Hunter, fuck Austin, dead SSA, and fuck you too. You right, we is going free Karmelo, and he is lucky to be here. Trust you not get. It's crazy trying to read black people shit. It's literally like trying to read gibberish. It's so crazy. This is hell. I would actually rather stab myself than have to read this gibberish. Thick Hunter, fuck Austin, dead SSA, and fuck you too. You right, we is going free Karmelo, and he is lucky to be here. Trust you not getting yours back. And H better hold Hunter close before he becomes the hunted. It's like, okay, I'm trying to read it in like my best black accent, my straight Niglish, but it's not working. But yeah, then, you can't even like see it because the way I have it spaced. But then Austin Metcalf's mom literally responds, thank you for the written threat. She's literally threatening the twin brother, saying you're going to become the hunted. Here's another one where it goes, please think about the safety of you all. Lots of people are angry at Hunter and the tension is so heated. Yeah, someone goes here. Best believe they're going to get what they deserve. Like, what the fuck? Like, that is so disturbing and so disgusting. And again, black people are never beating the violent allegations. Never. Again, if black people want us to stop stereotyping them and generalizing them and saying black people are racist and black people are violent and black people have no decorum, then hold your own fucking race accountable. Because again, if I saw white people acting this way, I would hold them accountable. When I had a white girl DM this other girl to kill herself, guess what I did? I got her fired from her fucking job. Are any black people gonna find where these retards work and get them fired? Are any black people going to message these people and say, hey, you know what? We shouldn't be threatening people. We shouldn't be threatening to kill people who didn't do anything. Like, no black people are going to hold these other blacks accountable. And that's a big part of the problem. It's like there's literally no accountability among the black race. They do not give a shit. They watch each other act like animals and they support it like animals. So again, I'm never going to stop generalizing. I'm never going to stop saying blacks are this way or blacks are that way until blacks start holding themselves accountable. When blacks start holding each other accountable, then you'll hear me be more specific with my wording and say these blacks, not those. But until then, fuck them. Fuck them all. I do not care. I'm sick and tired of having to look over my shoulder every time I see one of these people. I'm sick and tired of opening X to see them threatening a mother who just lost her son, saying we're going to take your other son now. Fuck that. Fuck that. There's no reason that we should have to live like this. There is literally no reason that we should be subjected to live in this fear. These people should either be deported or put in jail for life. But there is no reason to have these people roaming in our society, causing chaos and fear amongst the rest of the Americans. Fuck that. I do not want to live near these people. I don't want to be in their neighborhoods. I don't go to stores they go to. I don't go to areas they go to. If I see more than 2 of them in a place, I get the fuck out. I have no interest. And to be honest, it's one of the main reasons. I don't carry a gun when I go to white neighborhoods. Actually, I mean, I carry a gun almost everywhere I go, but that's just out of habit. But when I started carrying a gun, I didn't carry it when I went to white neighborhoods. I only carried it in black neighborhoods. I've only ever felt threatened near black people. I've never had a white person threaten my health, or in a credible way at the very least. I've never had a white person make any realistic or credible threats to my life or to my well-being or do anything that could put my well-being in jeopardy. I've had multiple black people assault me. I've had multiple black people rob me. I've had 90% of the interactions I've had with black people have been extremely negative. They have been awful. There is nothing redeeming about the race currently. There's very little, at least, that is redeeming about them. It's just disgusting the way they act. And it truly upsets me that this is the way we have to live in our own society right now. But this is Karmelo Anthony's new mugshot as well. I wanted to show you guys here on the show. Karmelo Anthony's family is now forcing him to file paperwork claiming he is penniless, destitute, and indignant in an effort. It's so funny to read that headline because I know what's coming at the end of this. In an effort to obtain a free appellate lawyer, despite moving into a $900,000 home and purchasing a $150,000 car after raising over $600,000. It's the blackest headline of all time. Black people rack up donations due to bullshit racist claims and then waste the money and then push their son to get a public defender. So crazy. It's the blackest thing to ever it's literally the blackest thing to ever happen, actually. I think it's top 3. I really think it's top 3. Jerp Sherp just joined the chat. He goes, "What's up, Negro? How we doing, buddy?" Okay, let's go on to the next post. Yeah, this is the post just TMZ reported Austin Metcalf's family is receiving death threats after the... I meant to put that right before the one where the actual threats start. But this is one of the statements that we've seen from black people where they literally tweeted, "Fuck it, dig Austin Metcalf up and stab his ass again." It's like, this is pure demonic evil. Dig a dead 17-year-old child up who got stabbed in the heart by a violent sub-Saharan retard and stab him again? What? How is this allowed? How is this allowed to be said? Like, it's crazy. I've never even seen a white person say, dig up George Floyd and kneel on his neck again. I've never even seen a statement like that. It's crazy. Fuck it. Dig Austin Metcalf up and stab his ass again. These are your neighbors. These are the people you have to live near. This is the people that our government allows to live in our societies. That statement alone should get you put in jail. I couldn't be more serious. That statement right there should get you put in jail. If you are saying things like that out loud and have no shame, honestly, you are a waste of oxygen and a waste of human life. You need to be subjected to slavery. I'm against the death penalty. Normally, old me would have said just put them to death. sorry, I'm against the death penalty now. My new decision is slavery. Anybody who's committing absurdly violent acts, threatening violence, etc., slavery for you. This person right here, Ken Felon, whatever the fuck it is, slavery. You would be I don't know what you look like, but depending on your size, you might be a really good slave. You might be a bad one, but either way, you're going to be a slave, hopefully. If I was Emperor of America, again, slavery would have started already. It's just so disgusting. It's so disgusting that we don't actually prosecute these crimes or do anything to make it. We don't make any real deterring factors. We put these people in jail, but that doesn't seem to ever fix anything, and it's proven to not fix anything. It's proven that just putting these people in jail and then eventually re-releasing them into society fixes little to nothing. But you want to know what would fix this situation? If we took all the violent people, the murderers, the rapists, anyone who assaults, anyone who burglary, just violent crimes. And then we take people making statements like this. If we put them in slave camps, working 14 hours a day, making minimum wage, where all the money went to their victims, I think that would send a real fucking message to these animals. And here's the thing. I'm not saying it needs to be racially divided how we have these slaves. We don't need just black slaves. No. Anybody who's committing these crimes would be one of my slaves. It would just happen that most of the slaves would end up being black because the majority of all violent crimes are black people. And that's not even per capita stats. Black people just lead in violent statistics all around the board. That's just what it is. That's what we're subjected to deal with in our own fucking country. It's disgusting. Okay, let's go on to the last thing. We're going to watch this 1-minute clip right here. This is a 1-minute clip. This is of Karmelo Anthony's parents, and then right after, we're going to go to the video of Austin Metcalf's father. Excuse me. Austin Metcalf's father did the 2-hour interview, and this is a snippet from the Karmelo Anthony parents' interview. And it's just so disgusting, these people.
So do you believe your son received a fair trial?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. And we're going to keep fighting.
Mm-hmm.
We will
And
not
you're going to keep
stop
losing.
fighting for justice for my son.
Your son stabbed a white kid in the heart. Fuck you. Fuck you and fuck your son.
Mm-hmm. And as parents, have you all struggled with guilt, asking yourselves, is there anything differently? I know, Kayla, you said you wish you had gone to that track meet. Is there anything that you both wish you could have done differently?
I wish I would have just been rebellious. I was told, don't talk to this person. Don't talk to this person. I feel like it was just a setup. Now, so they told us, go get white attorneys. Every black person I went to a white attorney. No white attorney, they set them up. Push them. Hey.
Why? Yeah, that's not bad advice. Go get a Jewish or white attorney. Like, why is that bad advice? You think a black attorney is going to be your best option? This isn't OJ. This isn't like Johnny Cochran coming in.
Here you go. I mean, no objections. It was things were smooth. So because as a father of me being who I am, I got.
And it's also just to put it in context. His parents got $600,000 in donations. They bought a house and a car that they couldn't afford, and then they gave their son a public defender. It's not like their son had a real lawyer.
This mama bad. I got to make sure she's straight.
But notice how where their heads at. They're like, "Do you have any regrets?" They don't say, "Oh, we don't regret we don't regret like not getting him a better lawyer." No, they say we wish we got like a blacker lawyer. It's like, what? How about get him a real lawyer? How about actually pay for a lawyer? You fucking retards.
He's not straight. My house ain't straight. I'm not straight. Then so because I got the kids to worry about. Got to make sure his mental health. I can't go back and forth with him right then.
Notice how none of these statements are about, yeah, I feel bad that my son killed somebody.
Understanding what dad is trying to tell you. This ain't a daddy moment.
Yeah, it's just like, fuck these people. Fuck everything they stand for. These people are literally disgusting. But okay, I mean, that's a statement from Karmelo's parents. Now we're going to go into the actual, what will be the vast majority of the show today, which is going to be the video of Austin Metcalf's father. Let me get that all set up here. One moment. Let's see. If I do this, is that going to be too big? Yeah, let me resize that a little bit. Let me resize that just a little bit. All right, here we go. That should be good. That should be good. Okay, we're going to get into this. This is the Austin Metcalf's father interview. And he goes scorched earth in this one. He calls out black people. He calls out pretty much the parents, Karmelo Anthony. He calls out the school. He calls out black people as a whole. He calls it all out. It's a I haven't watched the entire thing, but I've watched clips. So from what I've seen, it's really good.
And video footage exclusive.
I'm going to skip to when it actually starts.
His beginning, his law has been through, and you're when you first got that phone call.
Okay.
Starting for Jeff, if you would like, his experience and talk about his loss, raw and unfiltered. So I'm actually going to ask you, Jeff, if you would like, we would like to start at the beginning, and you're going to be, you can say whatever you want, starting first day and the details of exactly what happened when you first got that phone call.
Okay.
Take it away.
All right. Thank you, Sarah. Thank everyone for joining tonight. I'm freaking the
Are we echoing? Why are we echoing? Oh, I mean, okay, go ahead, sorry.
All right, here we go. So, starting from the beginning, April 2nd, I received a phone call from Coach Jackson and said, Jeff, all I know is Austin has been stabbed. I asked him where. He said Kirkendall Stadium. I immediately hung up the phone and I made it there in about 4.5 minutes. When I arrived, it was pretty chaotic. A lot of police cars, a lot of people. I ran through probably 10 different officers who tried to stop me. When I did reach the track, the scene that I saw was my son, Austin, and they had a C machine on it, which actually automatically pumps on your chest. But when I saw him, I knew he was gone.
It's terrible.
I prayed for a miracle.
No father should ever have to see their own son in that. Like, it's just, that's so awful. God bless his heart. That's so awful.
And as soon as that happened, I asked the ambulance, the EMTs, what hospital they were taking him to. And once they instructed me where they were going, I directed my attention to finding Hunter. And they said he was taken to the locker room in the field house. So I proceeded to go run over there. And I found Hunter, who was uncontrollably out of control, bawling, emotional wreck. So I have to try to gather him and maintain.
And I want everyone to know, the reason he's just speaking now is they had a gag order on him the entire trial, and now they don't. So now that the trial's over, the gag order's done, he's allowed to finally speak his mind, and he does.
Myself. And all we do is we pray. And I tell him, let's go. I'm taking you to the hospital. You're riding with me. And we get in the car and we're praying. Because I am praying for a miracle at this point, because I know my son was gone. But we get to the hospital. We get in the room. I have to make the phone call to his mom when we were driving to inform her to meet us at the hospital. By this time, the word's getting out to certain family members. Certain people are showing up at the hospital. It takes probably, I'd say, a good 10 minutes before the doctors come in. I knew what was fixing to be said. I knew by the look on their face that Austin had passed away. And they confirmed that. That very second, Hunter spun out of control. And it took 5 officers to get him under control. We had to admit him and get him sedated. And then at that point, they wouldn't allow us to see our son because now it is a crime scene. So they have to process the body. So for over 2 hours, we can't even see Austin. And by this time, a huge crowd of students, parents, friends is overflowing this hospital. It is so touching and so moving. And we're all so distraught over the news of Austin's passing. That moment, I became totally numb and went into what I call survival function mode. I had to find and buy burial plots, funeral homes, arrangements, so many things that had to be done. And I needed to stay focused. That very first night, our church held an impromptu vigil. Our church holds 1,500 people at Hope Fellowship. It was overflowing. There was over 1,700 people that showed up that night.
Wow.
Very touching. An outpouring from the community, friends, family, even people who didn't know us, showed up in support. And I spoke that night about who Austin was. He was a leader, on and off the field. He touched people's hearts in ways others couldn't. He was loved by so many, and so many loved him. I told a story that night, and I told the story when I was diagnosed with cancer in my cancer group. They asked us, define success. And it went around the room, and most people, some of the common stuff, I'd like a big house and car and, a lake property or whatever. But when it came my turn, I had a different view. I said, my success will be judged by how many people show up at my funeral. And what do I mean by that? Well, when you go to a funeral, the people that attend are someone, hopefully, you have touched their life in a positive way. Because one thing about people, they don't remember how big your house was, what kind of car you drove, how big your bank account was, where you got your nails done. None of that matters. What matters is people always remember how you make them feel. They'll never forget how you make them feel. Because there's no U-Haul behind a Hershey. You ain't taking nothing with you. You come in with nothing, you go out with nothing. Except for what you leave behind. And what you leave behind is your legacy. Austin's legacy will live forever. I, myself, will make sure of it. Not only myself, but many others. His mother, his brother, family members, communities. We've set up a scholarship in his name at Memorial High School. For every year, there's going to be the Austin Metcalf Scholarship. We want to give back. We want to help people. That's who Austin was. Austin helped people up. He inspired. He promoted. He encouraged younger classmen, his teammates. He was always there, always believing in them. There were so many kids who came up and spoke that night about how Austin touched people's hearts. And that's what you leave is your legacy, your footprints on hearts. That's how people will be remembered. And for anyone who knew Austin, who loved Austin, that memory will be carried on in their hearts forever. I know I'll say his name from the highest mountaintops till Dad died. That was probably the very worst day of my life. When I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer 10, 11 years ago, I thought I was going to die. They told me I had a 50-50 chance. I told God I can't die because I have 2 boys that need their father.
Damn.
I would go through cancer a million times again if I could spend 5 minutes with Austin.
That's so heartbreaking. Holy.
When you're faced with your own immortality, it reprioritizes your life. All of a sudden, things that were important don't matter. You really start to really find out what's important in life. It's the people who love you, the people you love, and those who support you when you're down. You should never, ever put someone down or look down upon someone unless you're giving your hand to help them up. And that's who Austin was. Austin was always the helping hand, the big brother, the protector, the leader. He led by example. And he was humble. He didn't even want to join National Honor Society, even though he had a 4.0, even though he was extremely smart. I told him it looks good on your college scholarship application. All he thought about was football. But when he got between those white lines, even I wouldn't want to go up against him. He turned into controlled rage and chaos. He was a disruptor on defense. He led that team by example. Friday Night Lights, long story short, Friday Night Lights was about Midland, Odessa, Permian. I'm from Louisville. We played Permian every year in the playoffs, semifinals. They beat us every time. Yes, I'm still upset. So, because now they got movies and shows made about them, but it is what it is. Football was a way for Austin to take out some of his frustrations and he'd work in the weight room, and he'd go do drills by himself and run heels. And he really perfected his craft.
I'm going to try putting it on 1.5x instead of 1.25 because he's talking kind of slow, so I feel like it won't be bad.
He was an unbelievable player. And I know I sound biased because I'm his father, but his numbers don't lie. Go look him up. One game he had 24 tackles. I know. It's unbelievable. He also had interception, fumble recovery. The kid was amazing. And I know there's only a 1% chance of you ever actually making it to the NFL, but deep in my heart, I really thought that kid had a chance. I know for sure many colleges were already interested in him, D1, for the linebackers. And we were already talking.
I'm going to look up his stats right now while we're watching this on another tab.
NIL money and how we're going to, make sure you're set for life. I had no idea his life was going to be so short. I'll never understand why. But you're supposed to trust God, and I do. I don't understand his plan, but I have to lean into him for understanding. And to be honest, I will not understand until I sit beside Austin and ask God, why did you have to take him so soon? Because I can't come up with the answer. No parent should ever have to bury their child. It's not a natural procession. And it's probably the worst pain you'll ever feel. I mean, even if you lost your parent, your spouse, because when I went to my grief group, that's pretty much everyone lost their spouse or something. And I'm the only one who lost a child. And it's very, very different. And I'm not minimizing a loss of other people. I'm saying it's a different type of loss that I pray to God no parent ever has to feel or experience. It will crush you. It will break you. And you will never be the same again.
That's tough to listen to.
I said the same thing to myself when I had cancer. Hey, man. Yeah, I've got, side effects, but I'm still alive. You learn to live what your new normal is. Well, I'm a piece of clay that God is molding into whatever I'm supposed to be molded into because I have no idea. I trust him. I'll follow it. And we'll see where it takes me. But at the end of the day, man, the man upstairs, he already knows where I'm going. I wish he'd give me a little bit more signs sometimes of where I am going because sometimes I feel lost. But that's when I lean into him even more because he will guide my path. Without God, I wouldn't be sitting here today. Without God, I wouldn't have been able to forgive. A lot of people ask me this question: how could you forgive so fast? I said, because that's what God has taught me. I lost my son. So did God. So me and him are standing toe to toe. Do you know how I feel? I know how you feel. It's not a good feeling. But he talked to me. And he knows my faith is strong. And that is the only reason I was able to survive since April 2nd. I'm a vessel. God will work through me. God works in mysterious ways. God puts people in your life for a reason, for a season, for a day, for a month, for a year, maybe forever. Be thankful. Be humble. Appreciate the small things. Those are the things that really matter. Doesn't matter how big your house is. Would you rather spend time with your kids? Maybe like take them hunting or fishing? Rather than have them, or would you put them in front of the TV and give them an Xbox and say, here, take care of yourself for the next 3 hours? One of the things about being a dad for me was the biggest blessing in my life. At age 40, I thought God was not going to produce me any children, so I was okay. I had to make peace with that. And then the next thing I know, boom, we're having twins. I'll never forget that day sitting there looking at the sonogram, and the doctor said, oh, there's 2. And I went, 2 what? Is it okay? He's like, no, you're having 2. You're having twins. And I was like,
That's
wow,
my dream,
okay.
honestly.
And the world stopped, and then it started spinning, and I'm sitting in the chair, and all I can think of is 2 cars, 2 colleges, 2 everything. And I don't know how I'm supposed to budget for this because it's not like I can return one. So people ask, how'd you do it? I said, I don't know. They didn't come with instructions. You never know how strong you are until you have to be. I would not believe that I am this strong if you're going to tell me that I could survive the death of my son. No. I would say I couldn't. By the grace of God and his help, I'm going to get through it. What I've had to endure since that day has really, really deeply affected the way I feel about society. The moral.
I love how this guy's just monologuing. Like, there's no question. Like, the only question, they just said start from the beginning of the story. And this guy is just monologuing, no script. This is, I mean, what an incredible father this guy is.
Decay. The subcultures that create environments that are not good for our children. The things we promote, the music we listen to, the games we let them play. Are we really being the best parents we can be? What is it? What is being a parent? What, you're a financial provider? I pay the bills, I give them a roof, I give them food? No, bro. Anybody can do that. Anybody can be a dad. You want to be a father? That's the person who shows up. That's the person who's present. That's the person who participates. You show love. You still show discipline, but you show respect. You teach them humility. You teach them about God. I believe in my heart, everything starts at home with your parents and how you're raised. Those people are responsible for instilling values, morals, direction, guidance to give you a step up. Because I told my boys always, I want you both to be better than I ever was. Because I will tell you this, I am the only man on the planet that hopes you are going to be better than me. Everybody out in this world, it's a rough world. It's tough. It's a rat race. It's a cutthroat. It's try to get ahead, try to stay up with the Joneses. But you got to make sure you stay true to your beliefs. I always told them this also. You are free to make any choice you want in life, but you are not free from the consequences. Unfortunately, this just played out in real life. Because I told them, please don't make a choice that will affect your life forever. It could be a DUI, maybe an unexpected pregnancy. Maybe you kill someone. I don't know, but none of them are going to end up in a good position. Impulse control is one of the things that today's youth has a problem with because the parents do not give them enough instruction, guidance, or whatever reason. Maybe they're not around. Maybe they don't have a father in the house. I don't know. But people said, oh, your kids are bullies. You come, you're divorced. It's a split parent home. I got news for you. We live 12 minutes apart. I saw my kids. I hunted with my kids. I fished with my kids. I never once abandoned them. Nothing. We co-parented the whole time. Megan is an excellent mother. She took care of those boys. I showed them the man side of life. She showed them the other side. We worked congruently together. Our boys were very well-rounded.
He honestly sounds like an incredible father.
Diversified. We don't see color. We're not racist. We have friends of all diversities, nationality, ethnicities. It doesn't matter. I'm like God. God doesn't see color. Justice doesn't see color.
Did he just say, I'm like God, God doesn't see color? That's a funny statement. That's
color.
Crazy.
Love doesn't see color. If you put on those glasses and you see color as an individual, you need to look in the mirror. You need to reevaluate who you are.
I know the statements he makes later, which makes this part funny.
I'm surprised, honestly, by human race and mankind of the despicable, vile display of the most uncompassionate, unempathetic, uncaring, soulless individuals who choose to monetize the death of a dead child or speak very derogatory of him or make memes and talk all over the internet about my son while I'm under a gag order and can't respond. It's like being tied to a chair and someone is slapping your face back and forth and you can do nothing about it but take it. Well, that day is ended. The muzzle's off. And all you people, I'm telling you up front right now, just a warning. Karma's a bitch.
Yo.
Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. I don't have to come after you. It's going to take care of itself. People are going to see you for who you really are now. And if we want to talk individuals, we can, because I couldn't speak about this in court. But I can speak freely now because the gag order is lifted. Tiffany Billions, Wackadoo, McAdoo, whatever her last name is, I'm not going to throw insults at you because I'm not going to lower myself to your level. But you're despicable. Drew Anthony, Kayla, you're cowards. You wouldn't even show up for your son's sentencing.
That's the parents of Karmelo Anthony calling out by name. Damn, let's go.
or victim statement impacts. You abandoned your kid.
Wait, the parents didn't even show up to the son's sentencing? Yeah. Okay. So like the fake crying, the alligator tears in that. Wait, where was the video we watched? Right. Where was it? Was it this one? Yeah, his mom like fakes crying right here.
Fighting for justice for my son.
You didn't even show up to his sentencing, bitch. What are you talking about? Fuck you.
You left him there. I guess he's no more use to you because you can't get any more GoFundMe money or GoSendGo money. You are grifters. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Let's go.
You raised that child, and I swear to God, CPS should come check on those other 3 that you still have. You never once
Righteous outrage.
admitted or took accountability. You tried to play victim. The real victim is the one who died, not the one who shoved a knife in his chest. I come to pray with you and show the world we can close the gap of this unbelievable racial divide.
Watch this.
And what'd you do? You widen the gap even further. You hire a convicted, baby-shaking felon who's only in it for the money, who gives you bad advice, kicks me out of a press conference. Oh, funny, I was somewhere I wasn't supposed to be, but I left when asked. I didn't stab anyone. And then you proceeded to gas.
That's my favorite statement right there. Oh, I was somewhere I wasn't supposed to be and I left when people asked me to. I didn't stab anyone. Yeah, exactly. Fuck you, Karmelo Anthony. Fuck your family for the way they raised you. Fuck black culture as a whole.
Like me with your convicted felon, quote, advocate? Minister? Minister of what? Minister irrelevant? Minister of bullshit?
Minister of irrelevant.
How about minister fuck you? Y'all think I'm a saint? I'm no saint. I'm as human as you. I have emotions. Just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean I don't sin, because I don't walk on water and I don't turn into wine. And anybody else can, step up. Don't become kicking rocks in my backyard. Look in your own. The display of adults on the internet. If your children saw how you acted, would you be proud? Or is that what you teach them? Do you teach them that racism is okay? Do you teach them, do you program your kids to hate, to kill? From day one, I said this was never about race. Please don't make it about race and don't politicize it. And what did you do? You chose both. The race card, black fatigue, it's real. I'm sorry. You have embarrassed your own culture and
black fatigue, it's real. Fuck yeah, it is. I've been fatigued. We've been fatigued. Welcome to the club, Jeff Metcalf. Welcome to the club. We have been fatigued with black people for a very long time at this point.
Race. Don't get me.
This is possible. Like, again, I'm not at all saying this was a good thing. Obviously, this was an extremely negative thing to happen. But this could be one of the things that starts turning boomers and Gen Xers onto the idea of black fatigue is real. Because the propaganda that was shoved down these retards' throats in the like 70s and 80s about how we're all the same and there's no differences at all. Yeah, they are still buying into that to this day. No, there are differences. We are all made in God's image, but at the same time, there is cultural differences, there's genetic differences, there's IQ differences, there is anger differences. There's many, many differences, and I love that he's now calling it out. And this could be what we need to get the boomers and Gen Xers on board with that.
You're wrong. We got a lot of people that embarrass the shit out of me too. But you guys, you got a patent on that shit. And the only people that's going to change it are you. Don't blame the white person because we can't change it. But you're going to blame the white person for every fucking thing else. We're the bad ones. We're the one that held you down. Guess what? You can do everything in America that I can do. Tell me one thing you can't do that I can't do.
Fuck yeah.
We all have equal rights. What's it say? All men are created equal.
King shit. Dude, this guy would be a good podcaster. Like, this is all off the dome. No script. No one's asking him questions. No one's guiding this. He is just a outraged father who's been going off for 30 fucking minutes now. Holy, like, this guy's incredible.
Protects free speech. I'm for it. Free speech doesn't guarantee you safety. Perfect example. Charlie Kirk, a man who I admired, looked up to. You know why? Because he could fight with words and logic. He didn't need fists, guns, or knives. No. He sat down and talked with you. How do you solve any situation when there's a problem? Communication. Charlie was an expert. That's one person I admit I would not want to debate. He was a walking chat GPT. But he held strong on his faith. He never wavered. His convictions were solid. He was a good man. Taken too soon also.
Yeah.
Some people called him racist. Some people call me racist. Does it make me racist? No. My grandfather once told me, what other people think of you, son, is none of your business. I didn't quite understand it then, but I understand it now. The only person that judges me is God. And God sees all.
Continue.
We're good? Where we leave off? Okay. So back to the parenting situation. When I was a kid, my generation was the best generation to ever grow up.
Okay, fuck you.
We were the last generation that didn't have social media. We didn't have cell phones. And we didn't have internet. We actually had to talk to people, conversate. We
Yeah,
actually
but
wanted to
again, I know where he's going with this, and it's like I spent my entire childhood outside. The idea of ever holding an electronic in my hand, besides for like a 20-minute period during the day, was absurd. When I say electronic, like at that point, I mean like a GameCube controller. Like literally, my parents would kick me out of the house the second I got home from school and be like, come back at sundown. Like that's what every kid in my neighborhood was like. So I don't know. I'll have to respectfully disagree with this one. Your generation is far from the best generation. It's our generation who's actually going to save this fucking country.
go outside, not stay inside and play games. Our internet, that was this thing called a Britica encyclopedia set that you did your homework out of. Or you could go down to the library and use the Dewey Decimal System to look up a book. None of you kids know that. You kids can't even read cursive nowadays, so they don't teach it.
Yeah, I can.
They took God out of school.
That's sad.
Look what happened. Do you think it's a coincidence that society started to decay even faster? When we start removing things?
Did you say
actually good
society
foundations?
started to be gay or decay?
God, family, friends, job. That's my pecking order. May not be for everybody's, but it's mine, and I own it. Now, some people will ask you, do you know Jeff Metcalf? Yeah. What do you think about him? He's an asshole. Or he's the greatest guy, he'll give you the shirt off his back. So they both can be right. Because I give what you get. Or what you give, or to me, I'll give it back. So am I racist? Yeah, I'm racist against assholes. I don't like them. I could care less about the color of your skin. We all bleed the same color. The mental capacity of others sometimes astonishes me. At someone at a certain age, let's just say 40, 50, I would assume, and this is my fault for making assumptions, that you would have common sense, that you'd be intelligent. You could make a difference
No, black people don't have common sense. They have 85 IQs on average.
between right and wrong.
No pattern recognition, no critical thinking, no common sense.
Nah, ain't got nothing to do with age, ain't got nothing to do with color.
It does.
It's up to you, who you want to be. You chart your course.
You're
Guess what?
partially right,
It's
but
not
you're
gonna
not
go the way you
really
think.
right.
Promise. If there's a person who exists on this entire planet who's never had a problem, one, in their life, please step up. I want to meet you because I want to know how you did that. It's not possible. Life is not easy. God doesn't say that. God says there's going to be trials and tribulations. God says there's going to be people out there who will deceive you. People out there, I mean, if we want to go back Old Testament, eye for an eye, Sodom and Gomorrah, turn to stone, man lays with a man, you die. I mean, this is all your personal choices. It's none of my business. I stay in my lane. Just don't come in my lane with your bullshit. I respect everyone until they disrespect me. I've been disrespected by so many people, so many times while I had to sit here and take it. I'm gonna tell you right now, Charleston White, you think you're funny? We'll see who's laughing. Drew Anthony, you're a pussy and a coward, and you raised one.
You're a pussy.
Kayla, you drunk bitch.
Yo, wait. He goes, Charleston White. Wait. We gotta go back a sec.
Drew Anthony.
Wait, because then he goes right into Karmelo Anthony's parents. He starts with Charleston White, though. That's crazy. I did see Charleston White made a video about how Karmelo is innocent.
I've been disrespected by so many people, so many times while I had to sit here and take it. I'm gonna tell you right now, Charleston White, you think you're funny? We'll see who's laughing. Drew Anthony, you're a pussy and a coward, and you raised one. Kayla, you drunk bitch. What'd you do to that boy to make him stab somebody? My God, what kind of mother are you?
Kayla, you drunk bitch. What did you do to make him stab somebody? Holy. Scorched earth. He's not holding back at all. Let's go. You drunk bitch. Let's go. That's the way to address the mother of the cunt who killed your son. Yeah, 100%. I agree with this guy.
Hey, Kevin Hayes, you fucking liar. Day after it happened, how many lies did you sit and type up on your keyboard, you big keyboard warrior? You a big tough man. You still live in Baton Rouge? Remember you said you'd come to Frisco, buddy? You're supposed to find me. I told you we could sit down and talk. That's all you do. Talk, Mr. Squeaky Clean. You're the only one in your family without a damn record. I guess that's something to brag about in your culture. You people hang your hat on the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
You people.
Let me make one up. Y'all can let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all was trying to portray. How about Watermelon Felon? How's that one strike you?
Watermelon Felon. Let's go. Dude, this guy is content gold. Like, I feel terrible this guy's son had to die for, like, this guy to make his way on camera. This guy's content gold. He's extremely pissed off, but, I mean, he has a reason to. His son got stabbed, and the people who did it are now, like, they're like, oh, we're going to dig him up and stab him again. We're going to come kill your other son. Like, there's no decorum amongst the black community. It is disgusting. No accountability, no decorum. It's just violent, rude, disgusting behavior all the time.
I hope he enjoyed his first night in that cell last night, because he's going to have many nights to think about what the fuck he did. I forgave him so I don't carry the hate and the anger. So I don't get ate up like cancer and kills you from the inside. It's like me drinking poison and hoping it kills you. It doesn't work that way. You've got to let that stuff go or it will kill you. It will eat you up inside. So when people ask me, how can you forgive him? If I didn't, I would have wound up killing him and going to prison myself. That's how stupid people, when you get irrational, because you can't make a good decision if you're emotional. Emotion and intellect do not mix. If you're emotional, you can't come up with a logical solution.
This guy just literally expressed all our problems with women in one sentence. Emotion and logic do not go together. If you're emotional, you cannot be logical. Women, listen to that. Listen to that, please. He's talking to you bitches. He's talking to you psycho bitches who are over emotional and not logical about literally anything.
Doesn't work. You have to be level-headed. You have to be clear of mind. When you become emotional and you make decisions, things can go very wrong. And you better hope there's a way out for you. Because some situations, as we all know, they don't turn out well if you make the wrong choice. Or you could just be in the wrong place at the wrong time, in front of the wrong person. And I'm not just talking about Austin. Just go look, just visit Chicago for a weekend. How many shootings do they have? And they have gun laws. Woo-hoo. How's that working out for you guys? If you told me after 9/11 that New York would have a Muslim mayor in a sanctuary city, I would tell you you're crazy, because we were all gung-ho, USA, all the way, patriotic, love my country. And now look where we're at. How do we get there? Who's responsible for our youth? Who? They're the leaders of tomorrow. What are you doing to prepare them? How are you teaching them? What are you showing them? When you act out and your kids see you, they think that's appropriate behavior. They assume it's okay because mommy and daddy do it. All you people out there, all your little bots, all your little phone calls, all your death threats, and who's that big fag dude from Arizona? Lady Gaga, Gag on something? I don't know his name. Mr. Tough Guy talks big shit like he's gonna come find me. Oh, Gene Jeff. Guess what? Go suck a dick, dude. That's your favorite hobby.
Yeah.
Tiffany Billions, you look like a fucking water buffalo. We're gonna start hurling insults. We can go back and forth. But here's the deal. I'm not gonna engage, bro. I'm gonna give you a little taste and that's it, I'm done. Because you know what? You're not worth the sweat off my fucking balls. You don't live rent-free in my head. You don't get a second of me at all.
Sorry, real quick. I'm getting a weird thing here. Donald Trump is claiming that the war with Iran just ended. But I'm only seeing it from one source here. I'm not seeing like any deal like I'm not seeing anything that shows the deal was made. Huh. I'm going to keep my eye on this. We're going to keep watching this over here, but potential that the Iran war has ended officially. I doubt it, but that's what I'm hearing right now. That's what I'm seeing.
You want to find me? You know where to find me. You think I'm scared? Underestimate me. That'll be fun.
Dude, this guy's crazy.
I'm not some tough guy, dude. Nah. I'm a real guy. You want to fuck around and find out, as y'all say? If you feel froggy, jump. I'm going to tell you right now, you're not going to like a landing. I have God on my side. I fear nothing. I can walk through the valley of death. I don't give a shit. I have the protection of God's armor. My statement that I didn't fully get to read because it was censored.
What's going on here?
1 second. Okay. So I was saying I had written this and made a video. That I wanted played. And they said that you could play it, but you couldn't have any audio, which irritated me. Then
Hey, Jinx. Can you bring up the video? And okay.
no, I'm not okay. Good.
I'm gonna have to skip this because of I'm gonna get a copyright if I play a fucking song.
The video's playing. We get up. Why do we work? My boys were my world, just like they were to Megan, and just like he was to his twin brother. I'm not a twin. I can't understand the bond. I've heard about it. I've read about it. I've seen it, but I can't say I know how it feels. Just like most people can't say I know how it feels to lose a child.
Wait, what?
No, it's a smaller club to be in, and the dues are extremely high. I didn't ask for membership. It was served. My boys, I loved watching them play everything. Basketball, soccer, baseball, football, jiu-jitsu. Oh yeah, let's talk about that. Jiu-jitsu. Yeah. My boys are trained MMA jiu-jitsu fighters. My boys were 8 and 9 when they started with jiu-jitsu with me. The sling that supposedly, quote, I was in at the news conference, well, I just had my shoulder replaced totally. Because the year before, I had torn my rotator cuff, and I didn't want to get it fixed right away because I could still live with it. It got to the point where it kept popping out, so I had surgery and I had to replace it. All of a sudden, the injury was from 5 years earlier, and I know when I injured it, I was training we were just rolling, me and Austin, Hunter, we were just going drilling, basically doing drills. And I put myself in a bone position, and when I tried to move, I knew it hurt my shoulder. That was that. No one broke my shoulder. No one fought me. Once again, your narratives, where do y'all come up with this crap? You sit at home and like think and have no job and take your EBT card to Walmart? I don't understand this shit. Why in the world
EBT card to Walmart.
do you come up with crap about a dead kid and you want to attack me and his brother and his mom? What kind of person are you? This is what scares me about the future. Because yeah, I'm already past here. I'm on the downside. I know that. I've already lived more than where I'm going to live next. I've lived a good life, I think. I've lived a blessed life because many times and many opportunities, I could have had the opportunity to go down the wrong path. By the grace of God, somehow he would interject someone into my life or change my job, which I didn't think I should, but he did. So things would happen. And I can look back now in my life and go, look, man, here are the tack points of where God interjected and either saved you or moved you to go the right direction. But when you're going through it, you can't see it. It's like being in the middle of a storm, blowing, rain, it's all crazy. But once you get through the storm, everything breaks and it clears up and you can see. That's kind of like what life is. It really is. Because when I was 18, which is the same age as my son now, Hunter, I was 18, 10 foot tall and bulletproof. I knew everything, and my parents were dipshits. I was so amazed by the age 26 about how smart they had become. Yeah. And God's repaying me right now for the shit I did to my parents through my son. I'm getting it shoved right back into my face now. And it's the hardest thing in the world now as a parent to want to try to help and fix. And they're at that age where they're starting to fly out of the nest. And you don't want them to go because you still want to protect them from the world. But that's not the natural progression of life. I'm losing 2 sons. One I can go visit locally. The other one, he's going out of state. He's leaving. He's going to school. He's going to make something of himself. Hunter Metcalf will not be known as Austin's brother. Hunter Metcalf is a man all by himself. And I say man, because I will show you. When Hunter had to step up and give a victim impact statement, I was truly worried. I didn't know if he could make it. He did better than me, which is what I always want. He remained calm. He stayed in control of his emotions. He spoke with a monotone voice, didn't get too high, too low, and was respectful. But what happened was, I saw a boy walk up to that witness stand. But what I saw leave was a man. He showed me, Dad, you taught me. I know how to do this. I know how to speak. I know how to communicate.
Hey, I'm like exhausted.
I have to skip any of the videos with audio. I'm not getting a copyright. Oh, he's crying. Damn, that's terrible.
Hunter Metcalf will accept the posthumous diploma in honor of his brother, Austin Metcalf.
I saw this video, heartbreaking.
Graduation was a special.
Get one best friend in your life, and mine's is dead. That shit.
Anything with audio, I just gotta skip.
It's delayed, but it's there. It's about 10 seconds delay. Yeah. So it's over. So I'm glad we're able to play that in its entirety. It showed who Austin really was and who he spent time with. But I want you to look at that quote. I want you to read it with me. A lie is temporary, but the truth lasts forever. I want to say that one more time so it's loud and clear for everybody to hear and understand. A lie is temporary, but the truth lasts forever. You know where I found this quote? I know the person who's looking at me right now does. I appreciate it, Mr. Drew Anthony, off your Facebook page. How poetic justice is served. You just do a big softball and knock it out of the park. Thank you for making it so easy for me. So you can live with your lie if you want to, but my truth is forever. Just like the fact your son is a convict and a killer. Forever. Forever's a long time. What's your master plan, Mr. Anthony? To use your son as income and soak up as much money playing victim to line your pockets and then abandon him when he's at sentencing or at victim impact? You just left him up there by himself? Amazing. Amazing. What about you, Drew? What kind of father are you? You want to talk about what kind of father? Let's talk about what kind of father you are. Let's talk about your arrest. Let's talk about your warrants. Oh, was it drugs? Coke? You did? Tell me some other shit. Let's pull it up. Because I'm welcome every one of you to pull up my criminal history. Someone who tried to make up some bullshit saying I'm a sexual assault person, guess what? If you're convicted of sexual assault in Texas, you have to register. Please check the registry. Please check my background in criminal history. It's not there. You tried to spin a narrative to make me look bad because you look bad already by yourself. You fuck up all your own. I don't need to help you. I hope you're proud of yourself, bro. I hope you go home and tell your 3 little kids, your brother's in prison because he's a dumbass and he stabbed someone. Tell me how you're going to parent the other ones. Tell me how you're going to explain to them that their brother is a killer. You're going to have family reunions? You're going to leave an empty chair for him? Are y'all all going to wear the striped suits or an orange jumpsuit in remembrance? I don't know.
Damn.
Your name will be forgotten in a matter of weeks or months or a year. But Austin's name, that lives on forever. It's a legacy. You know what they put in the yearbook? The cover of the yearbook said, more than just. And you open it up, and the very first page is Hunter Metcalf carrying his brother's jersey of the first home game, running out of the tunnel. Probably one of the most emotional moments I've ever seen watching him play football because it was the first time he was not on the field with his brother.
That's tough.
I can't imagine the mental fortitude that young man has, because there is no way I could have done or played a down, much less a season. The amount of pressure he probably felt, because he slid over to take Austin's position. They played together, inside, outside. Now Hunter takes over, he's inside. He leads the team. He wins. He has the most tackles in the district and had to miss a game due to concussion. He gets all the honors. He's all district. He's this, he's that. He's team captain. He's Austin 2.0. But he's still Hunter Metcalf, not Austin's brother. He will make a name for himself, just like Austin did. But when they come around on that field, him holding that jersey, and all eyes are on him, the whole world is watching. Made every news channel. You think we like the spotlight? You think I want to be here? I'm forced into this position. I didn't sign up. I didn't ask for my son to get murdered. But I have to deal with it in a constructive, positive way, because I still have to be a role model for Hunter. I still have someone who depends and counts on me. I can't let him down. It's the same way I feel about God. I don't want to let him down. But will I fail? Yes, sometimes I do. We all do. But do the best job you can, man. Be present for your kids. You can't get back time. Time is something. Can you make time? Can you spend time? Is there enough time? Is there a lot of time? Time is something that's very intangible. But one thing about time is it doesn't stop. Even though I felt like it stopped April 2nd, 2025. My life was forever changed. And I've had to deal with that. Megan's life has forever changed. It pains me to see the pain in her eyes. And it really pains me to see Hunter go through what he has to do to be as strong as he is. It's unbelievable. One of the best times, and this is a God thing. So we had the same hunting lease for 16 years. Since my boys were 2 years old, they had been going to hunt and go out, and we'd watch wildlife and look at deer and turkeys and see the cows, and and we lived outdoors. We'd sit underneath at night at the stars, and we had an app on the phone where you could pull it up and it would tell you the constellations. And I taught them about stars and how to navigate and how sailors did it to sail the seas. And I just taught them, this is the Milky Way, that's Orion's Belt. I spent time with them. Time is the most important thing in life because you can't get it back. Because once it's gone, it's gone. It's like your kids grow up once. Don't miss it. Don't be absent. Don't work too hard because you think you're providing. You know what they won't? They don't give a shit about their new clothes or their fancy Xbox games or what. Well, they may think that, but the truth of the matter is, when you look back on it and you see the time you either wasted or you spent it well. Now, everybody in life will die with a regret. You just try to die with as few regrets as possible. The one regret that I know, I will not have anything as far as what type of father I was. I don't regret it. I spent time with my boys. I loved my boys. I taught my boys. I tried to make my boys go to church when they were really young, but they fought me. And I was arguing with God because I'm trying every day, God, but they're not listening. So God works in funny ways. I told you this earlier. All of a sudden, when the kids in school and his friends were going to church on Wednesday night, all of a sudden it became cool. Cool. If I can't do it, God says, hold my beer. I got this. Watch this. And he arranges it. So God is introduced to their life through their friends. I recently saw one of the counselors who led the small group with Austin and Hunter. And he told me about the time he needed someone to step up and lead. And guess who was the first one to raise his hand? Austin always wanted to be first. He was firstborn. You could say he was the big brother. He always had Hunter's back. Hunter always had his too. But they were only a few minutes apart. But Austin always took that lead role. It was built inside of him. It was manifested that way. I do believe I will take some credit. I tried my best to instill values and morals and teach him about life and what it was to be a man. And he was taken. I didn't mean to get off the story, but we were talking about the deer lease and them going hunting with me for the last 16 years. Well, what happened was the landowner reached out to us right before we were going to make our next payment for the following year. We still had 2 months left on the lease we had paid for, but he informed us that we had to get everything off the property, that he was going to sell the property, and we had to get everything off by March 31st. Anything left behind was going to be property of the new owners. Well, I had just had a complete shoulder.
We just had Groiper's mom join the chat. Love you, Groiper's mom. Hope you're having a good day so far. Yeah, I mean, it's been hard to watch. It's been hard to. I've been on my computer trying to see more about this Iran war thing I just got. But yeah, this has been sad, extremely sad. But I like the way that he's actually he's going at the parents without like directly attacking them too hard. Like he's calling out Karmelo Anthony's parents, basically saying like, what did you do raising a boy who thinks it's all right to stab somebody? Like, how are you going to raise your other three? You know, he's made some great statements. So I think this guy, he's kind of a media natural, if I'm being honest. But yeah,
So
extremely
I have to rely
sad,
on my
hard
friends and my
situation.
family to go down there and get as much stuff as we can. Because we have 16 years worth of stuff. And I'm talking blinds, feeders, four-wheelers, smokers, you name it. We could live out there. If there was an apocalypse, that's where I'd go. So we go this very last weekend. We all know it's a goodbye. The irony of it is unreal. That hunt is probably the best hunt in my entire life. I wish I could be like Groundhog Day. I could go back and just relive it, relive it, relive it, relive it. It's a great story. It's opening weekend of turkey season. We go out the first day. I'm calling. We got gobbles, but they're all hand up and they're not coming. So I tell the boys, hey, we're gonna have to get out of the pop up. We're gonna have to like go chase birds and see if we can call them in. So we get out and we start walking. And Austin told me the night before, he said, Dad, I'd really like to shoot a pig because I've never shot a pig. I really want a pig. And even though I haven't shot a turkey, I really would like to shoot a pig. I said, well, they're mostly nocturnal, but I brought the ARs with the thermals. We'll hog hunt at night. Okay. So we get up out of the pop up and we start working our way down the creek. And we come up upon a field. And about 300 yards across the field, there are 6 hogs that walk out. Austin turns to me and says, Dad, can we shoot them? I said, well, all we have are shotguns. And no. What do we do? I said, well, there's only one alternative here that's left. You're going to have to run all the way back to the cabin and then grab the rifle and run all the way back. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. Austin's 6 foot, 215, doing track drills to increase his speed and was running a 4.7. I don't know how, but the cabin is over a half mile. This boy shows back up in 15 minutes. And I'm like, what? And he's breathing hard and he's sweating. I was like, just take a breath. And I said, okay, here's what we're going to do. These hogs can't see very well, but they can smell. We're going to stay downwind and we're going to move down this fence line. And I bet you they're going to come across this field and they're going to go to this creek. And that's where we're going to intercept them. Okay. So we start moving. They start moving. We get within 200. Dad, can I shoot one? No, not yet. We get within 100. Dad, they're close. Can I shoot one? No. Follow me. Be quiet. It's about patience. Don't rush. We get 45 yards away. I said, come here. Put your gun on this fence post. Look at me. Take a deep breath. Take your time. Slowly pull the trigger. So we step back, me and his brother, and we're watching. There's 6. I said, shoot the biggest one on the left. Boom! I see legs going up. Me and Hunter are yelling at him, reload, reload, because there's 5 more running around. And he's like, I got him, I got him. I'm like, reload. So he's trying to chamber a shell. We're looking down this path, and these pigs are crossing. 1, 2, 3, 4, shoot 1. 5, goes across, then he shoots. And I'm like, he goes, I think I missed that one. Yeah, it's okay. Let's go see what you got. We got down there, and we gave each other the biggest hug. And he was so proud. I know a lot of people don't like guns and don't like hunting, and that's okay. That's I respect your opinion. But my boys, they know how to hunt, fish, use a knife. They can survive. I taught them a lot of life skills that I hope they never have to use. But if they do know how. This is a picture of a place on our lease. The very first day I took them fishing. I had the same exact picture made into a necklace when I had cancer. And it said Metcalf Strong on the back with this laser.
This guy's lived such a sad
like a dog
life.
town
This
kind of
is
thing.
crazy. He beat cancer,
And I
and
saw
his
those
son
to help
gets
pay for
stabbed.
my treatments and everything.
Now he's getting death threats.
I still have some, but this picture will forever be ingrained in my heart. So we spent many years in the woods
Don't jump
hunting.
up.
I remember the boys when they were small, they'd help me, and they were my eyes. Dad, there's a deer. Be quiet. Dad, when do we get a gun? When do we get to shoot? They're 5. I said, maybe when you're 8. thinking, that's 3 years. Don't forget. No. 8th birthday rolls around. Dad, where's our rifles? Yeah. Remember when I said 2 of everything? Yeah. 2 of everything. I don't even get to go buy 2 guns for myself. So went out and got them rifles. Took them out there, taught them gun safety, taught them how to operate a firearm with proper safety, understanding how it works, understanding how to clean it, understanding how to take it apart. Matter of fact, I've showed Hunter so much now, he can disassemble my Glock with his eyes closed and put it back together with his eyes closed. Because I tell people, oh, I'm a good shot. Really? You shoot paper targets? Yeah. Oh, okay. Has anybody ever shot at you? What? Yeah. Do me a favor. Do a 50-yard sprint. Stop, and then pull your trigger 3 times. Let's see how your grouping is.
Yep.
Going to the range only gives you muscle memory. It doesn't teach you how to handle a stressful situation.
Yep.
If you're not trained, if you don't know, you panic, you die. Not my kids. Hunter almost became as good a shot as I am. Now, Austin, he was a little more challenged, and Hunter used to razzing. It was funny. But Hunter, he wasn't first. Austin always want to be first. And I'm sitting in a deer stand this past
What I
year
really
on a new
appreciate
clip.
about this, and I said it before, but it's like this guy is just doing this all off the top of his head. There's no script. Nobody's guiding this conversation. They literally just asked him the question in the beginning, start from the beginning. That's all, not even a question. They just said a statement, start from the beginning. And he has gone on for over an hour now, just speaking about stories, about his family, about Karmelo Anthony's family, about the trial. Now he's telling stories about the kids when they were younger. I mean, this guy is incredible. He's going through all this. He's grieving. He's dealing with death threats constantly. And this guy truly is incredible. I feel so bad for this family and this guy.
Face that's foreign to us. And I'm by myself. And if you have Facebook on your phone, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It will pop up with like memories from whenever. So I'm out there hunting. It's the first hunting season I've had without Austin. It's December 30th. I can remember it well because my phone pops up. Memory. And it's the memory of the day that Austin shot his first buck. And I have it videoed. And I do an interview with him. I thought I had misplaced the video because I looked for it and never could find it. But it popped up that day while I'm hunting. And at that time, I look over to my right. I see a cardinal. Now, I know not everyone may believe this, but I do. Cardinals are a sign for people that come visit you that have passed on. I felt his presence. Every deer in that county was safe at that moment because I couldn't see through my scope because of the tears. This is me and him.
He is
I still have that
incredible
in my
father.
office on the wall with the empty casing, written a date. He was so proud of himself. But I was more proud. My boys meant everything. We love to go fishing together. We have a very good friend. Tony and Corey Vincent run a fishing guide service on Richland Chambers and Lake Whitney. Guaranteed guide service. No fish, no pay. You talk about salt of the earth people. They're true friends. Tawny, she lived 3 streets up from where I grew up. We all knew each other. When I talk about time and relationships, this is what I talk about. When this happened, Tawny and Corey reached out and said, hey, we have cabins here. We want you to come stay. We know Hunter didn't get a turkey that day. We've got a hunt with a guide set up for you. I didn't ask for anything. These people just did it. What kind of people do you think they are? What kind of parents do you think they are? What kind of grandparents do you think they are?
What I really appreciate about this too is it's so rare on, not that we should be seeing it all the time, but it's so rare to see somebody in the grieving process just talk through their raw emotions, talk through all these things, extremely raw, extremely it's not scripted like I've been saying. This is just incredible. It's so sad. It's heartbreaking. It's disgusting the way the Anthony family has acted, and black people in general who have been responding. But all the love and prayers in the world to this guy right here.
Ones I hope that I could be just like them. They're good people. They're kind people. The world needs more kind people. If you can't find one, be one. You never know what a person's going through. It doesn't cost you 1 cent to smile. Friday nights, you talk about smiling. That is the epitome of life.
This guy was a father.
That's my
first.
son who just made the game-winning interception, coming off the field to celebrate. This was my son when they didn't win this game. He came to me and said, "Dad, I tried my hardest." He was in tears. His passion was unbelievable. Everything he did, he had passion. He never half-assed anything. He was all in. All in. Let's talk about that. When this tragedy occurred, Memorial High School decided they were going to dedicate the entire year. And the motto was all in Warriors. A stood for Austin. The 2 1s were the L's. That was his number 11. I stand for integrity. N standing for never quit. July 31st are my son's birthdays. July 31st, we had football parent player banquet to start the season to get us off. I had just come from the cemetery of spending 2 hours standing over Austin's grave, telling him how much we missed him, how much he meant to the team, and how much we need him. You're the 12th man now. So I show up at the auditorium thinking it's going to be just like any other parent football conference we've been to the previous 3 years. Boy, was I surprised I was wrong. When they busted out this all-in motto and told what they stood for, and they had multiple friends of Austin come up and talk about who he was and what it meant. The last person to speak was Hunter. He explained what the N stood for. Never quit. Once again, I told you that boy is the strongest person I've ever seen in my life. And I don't say that because I'm biased. He stood up there after 5 of his buddies gave heart-jerking, tear-dropping testimonies of how Austin impacted their life and what he meant. Then it was Hunter's turn. I don't think I could have done it, but he did. Never quit. That's one thing about my boys. They never quit anything. I may not have been the perfect father, but I was a damn good one. He had a great brother. He had a great mom. All 3 of us worked together to help. All 3 of us grieve differently. All 3 of us feel the loss differently. There is no playbook to grief. There's no instructions. There is no time limit. Oh, you'll get over it. Oh, in time, you'll feel better. Anyone who says that, I'm going to slap the shit out of you and go, did that hurt? No, it didn't. Don't tell me what you don't know. Me, Hunter, Austin, best hunt ever. We went to eat our favorite barbecue place. We'd stop. It's on 281. It's called Natty Flats. It has the world's biggest cedar rocking chair in the world. Made, sitting out front, like 40, 50 feet. We've always eaten there. Always love ribs. My cousin Kyle, who's hunted with me since I've taught him, Kyle was, before my kids were born, was asking me, can I go hunt with you? Can I go hunt with you? No, you're too young. Well, eventually, I had to give in. Kyle's more like a brother than a cousin. Kyle's my ride and die. If I need something, I can pick up the phone. He'll be here. I need $10,000. He'll send it to me. Don't even ask why. I'll say I need you here. He gets in the truck and drives. Doesn't ask why. Just shows up. That's what our family's about. That's why I try to instill in our boys. Family. Family's after God. You do what you do for family. You take care of family. I don't know why God decided to take a part of my family. I'm supposed to be learning some sort of lesson, I'm sure. I'm being molded into something that I have no clue what it is. I'm still waiting to see the finished product. Because I have no clue. I should have been dead multiple times. Still here. I could have made wrong choices and been in prison. Every time, God put something in the way. God redirected my path. I can look back on my life now and see those tag points. But when you're 18, you think you have all the answers. I see so much of me in Hunter. He's already made me proud. It's only going to continue. But I can't imagine, or nor do I even want to try to imagine, if I had a twin brother who was stabbed to death in my arms as I pray and put my hands on the hole to keep the blood from coming out. And he tells me, Dad, I saw his eyes roll back in his head. I saw the soul leave his body and mine went with him. How do you comfort a child who tells you that?
That's heavy.
Because it shattered me into pieces. And I've yet to put them all back together. They won't go back together the same. Three days before he was killed, he posted this on his X. Faith that God got me and my work will pay off. 3 days. He's gone. Greatest hunt ever. Gone. Graduation. Very touching. Almost surreal for me. For that, we're going to talk about Frisco ISD in a minute, but during that graduation ceremony, he got his diploma and he walked out. And then he turned around and had to go back up and get his brother's diploma. The whole place erupted with applause, which turned into a standing ovation. Every single person in the arena for 30 seconds or more, until Hunter made it back to his seat and sat down. Everyone stood and clapped. I can't even explain how I
This is
felt.
like hard
It
to
was-
watch without feeling defeated. Like I'm in shock watching this. This is so sad. I cannot imagine what this man's going through.
Sweet. I was so happy for Hunter and so proud. But at the same time, his brother should have been there sitting beside him, not the empty seat. Life isn't fair. You have to play the hand you're dealt sometimes. It sucks. Because if I have a 6'9" and I'm playing poker, you think I'm going all in? No. All in takes a whole new meaning. Everybody in the stadium had shirts. All in. I know many people will know this. Some may don't. You know what this means? No, it's not a gang sign. If you have, any person has maybe a hearing impairment, this is sign language. This is, I love you. Anytime you see my boys in their pictures and they're together and they're doing this, it's not a gang sign. I taught them. This is what it means. I love you. So when you're on the field, you see me, just do that. You don't have to say nothing to me. Just acknowledge. Because I think,
Isn't that I love you in sign language?
I'm not looking for kudos. I'm not looking for recognition. I don't even want the damn spotlight on me. We're good? We're good. Okay. So, I forgot where I was now, right? Well, we'll just move on to the next topic. This is what happens when you get brain fog. Tell them I love you. I remember. This past season, the team has something to play for, as a motto. And there's a young man. I'm not going to use his last name, but his name's Carson. Very good friend of Austin and Hunter's. Mine too. Probably one of the most respectful, well-mannered kids I've ever met in my life. His parents did an outstanding job. Kudos, Abby. To all your boys. Carson never played football. Played soccer. Our kicker transferred to Anna. So what's Hunter and Austin do? They tell hey, Carson, you need to come kick for us. Knowing Austin and Hunter, especially Austin, he got him to come kick. I'll never forget this moment. We were down. We had the ball. Less than a minute to play. We drive down the field. There's 4 seconds left on the clock. Carson, it's up to you, bro. It's about a 40-yard field goal. No chip shot. No gimme.
I love how this guy's
Right
reminiscing on
couldn't
football
script it any better.
highlights.
I've got my fingers crossed. I'm praying to God. Please let us get this victory. Ball snapped. Carson kicks it. I don't breathe. It goes through for the win. The eruption, the sheer emotion showed by them, every person on that field and in the stands. We all knew who else was watching. That was probably the highlight of the season for me, to watch those boys who worked so hard and sacrificed so much and loved Austin and laid it all out.
1 sec.
Because we all dream about that moment if you play sports. You play basketball, the winning shot for the championship, 3, 2, 1, yeah, kicking the winning field goal as time runs out, team wins. As kids, we always do that, playing around, on the park, 3, 2, 1. the crowd goes wild. Yeah, this was reality. This was real. This was happening in front of me. And I felt Austin's presence there watching as he smiled above us. He always called me Pops. It was cute because he had this little smirk. He'd be like, "It's okay, Pops. I got this, Pops." The night after he was killed, I had a dream. It didn't last very long. I see Austin. He's wearing his camo that we were running in, and he walks up to me and says, "Pops, I'm okay." And I wake up. And I just bawl for hours. But he came to me and told me, "I'm okay." And I said, "I'm not." I was forever changed by that day. Not only me, but everybody in my family, everybody who knew him. And I want to talk about something that a lot of people miss and don't talk about. What do you think the effect, if you're a kid and you're in the bleachers and you witness a murder and your friend dies in front of you? Are you going to have PTSD? Do you need counseling? Is it going to affect you for the rest of your life? These are 16, 17-year-old kids. These are people who had to get up on the witness stand and tell the story again. Every one of them had to relive it. Most are in counseling. Most are still affected by it. It didn't just tear my family. It tore a community. I got letters and phone calls.
I've seen someone die. It fucks you up, especially when they're young. I was in college and I was in the room and I saw someone die of a fentanyl overdose, actually. It fucks you up. And I'm sure watching somebody you played football with get stabbed in the fucking heart is a billion times worse than what I experienced. So we should pray for the young boys who had to witness that as well, not just the family.
From people who don't even know me. Telling me I'm some sort of inspiration? No, I'm not. I'm a human being. That's God working through me. I am nothing special. I will never be able to replace Austin. I know that. What I'm learning to do and what my counselors taught me is I'm not learning to live without him. I'm learning to live for him. And she said it's healthy for me to always speak about Austin. Some people think it's uncomfortable for me. It's actually not. I actually enjoy talking about Austin.
Good for you.
It brings happy memories back to me. I don't look at the sad things. I don't remember him as the kid who got stabbed. I remember him as the kid who looks over and says, "Dad, I think it's a buck. Can I shoot it?" Memories can never be taken away. No one can ever steal them from you. Make as many as you can with your kids while you still can. Because one day, they're going to grow up. They're going to leave. I pray to God it doesn't wind up in the situation I'm in where they pass before you do. But there's no guarantees in life other than taxes and death. And hell, I know people that cheat death and taxes. So I don't know. What kind of commitment or what kind of job or how did you contribute to society while you were here? How'd you leave your mark? What were you known for? Ask your friends, ask your sons, ask your daughters. How do you see me? What do you think about me? Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, who am I? Are you lying to yourself? Or can you look yourself in the eye? I taught my boys about respect, integrity, humility, love, kindness. There was a story that was once told to me. I'm sure many people have heard it. I'm going to condense it. About the old Indian chief talking to the young buck. He says, inside you lives two different animals. The wolf, bear. And they both fight. And the boy asks, which one wins? So one is hate, envy, jealousy, rage, opposed, love, kindness, humility. Which one wins? The answer was, the one you feed the most. So what are you going to feed? You feed yourself full of hate. You can feed yourself full of love. How do you impact the world? How do you teach your kids? Are you a role model? Are you the type of person that doesn't let your spouse look at your phone? Why? You hiding something? Are you honest with yourself? Are you honest with your kids? Because guess what? Your kids know when you're lying. They don't tell you. They just watch. And they learn. Oh, it's okay to do that because
no, for sure. As a kid, you know when your parents lie. If you know your parents well, you know when your parents are lying. 1,000%. And parents realize that pretty quick, too. They realize that kids know. There's just something, I don't know what it is, but you just know.
Trust me. You can break the chain. I'm living proof. My father was probably one of the worst fathers ever in the world. And that's okay. Because he taught me exactly what not to do as a father. And I swore to myself, I would never, ever be like that if I had kids. But I already had reserved the fact that I wasn't going to have kids. And me and God talked. I told him, okay, you're going to cut me short? Fine, deal. I'm good with it. I'm not pissed anymore. 2 months later, I'm watching the national championship game at my brother's house. Halftime. Man, he goes, come down here. What? The game? We going to the bathroom? I was like, what are we doing? Like, we can't be doing this right here in my brother's house. And she's like, no, look. And I looked down and I said, is that what I think it is? It was a pregnancy test. It was positive. She was scared. I was ecstatic. That day, that moment in time is one of those tack points I talked about where your life changes. Changed me forever. Made me a better man. Gave me the opportunity to experience something. Unless you're a parent, you don't get it. I understood my parents way better when I became a father. My mother is 79 years old, who just retired last year and got married. Wow. My mom, she's my rock. She's always there if I need her. I can't do anything to disappoint her. Just like I didn't want to do anything to disappoint my boys.
Did this freeze or what just happened?
Everyone, we're going to take a 1-minute break really quick.
They said they're going to take a 1-minute break. All right, wait, let's just fast forward.
Go ahead and be scrolling. How does the camera work for the stream now? Okay.
So the people who did this interview, by the way, have a fairly small account. Make sure to show them some love. Give them a follow as well. Jinxed Sip. You'll see like the watermark when I press the play button. Apparently they were the ones covering the trial on the ground, boots on the ground in Frisco, Texas, and they were able to secure this interview after.
All right, boys and girls. I could probably sit here and talk for another 2 weeks, but we're not going to do that. I will mention one other topic before I get with questions, and that's going to be the Frisco ISD incidents and treatment. First, I will say this. Mike Waltrip, the superintendent who has recently resigned and retired, is the most spineless, coward piece of shit I've ever met in my entire life. This is the same individual who got pressured from Dominique, irrelevant minister, whatever, Alexander, and the Freeman Group, saying that we're going to riot if you don't let him graduate. They folded like a cheap tent to the pressure. It went against, I even had a meeting with them, and all he could say was, I followed the law, I followed the law, I followed the law, like a little parrot. No, following the law and doing the right thing is not always the same thing. You hid behind the law because you're too coward. You can't be a man to stand up and do the right thing. I showed you in your handbook. Mandatory expulsion. Murder. Mandatory attendance policy. He didn't go back to school after April 2nd. I don't give a shit if he had the credit.
Yeah, you know what is crazy is Karmelo Anthony was given his diploma. Literally insane.
Didn't make the attendance. Shouldn't have been able to graduate. You still gave a murderer a diploma. But yet you didn't respond to my ex-wife's email till after the elections. You waited over 30 days to respond with a callous, incompassionate response that just showed how shallow you were. And then when I got to meet you face to face, you little bald-headed piece of shit, you sat there, looked me in the eye and said, I didn't fold. Well, who did? The buck stops with you. You're the superintendent. Thank God you're no longer here. Everyone thinks you did such great things for Frisco. Really? Then why do we have declining enrollment? Why are we losing funding because of populations and growth displacement? Why are we having people homeschool their kids more? I can tell you, because Frisco ISD is no longer what it used to be. Just like this town is no longer than what it used to be. Now, I'm not here to talk about H-1 visa fraud or different ethnic groups who have decided to invade Frisco. Everyone can live where you want to live. But this complexity of this city has changed dramatically. And I'm not saying it's for the better. But Frisco ISD, with the video, when they fumbled that whole ordeal, oh, we're not going to let the police have it. We're going to hold on to it because Frisco ISD owns it. But we're going to open it up to let people come in and view it. But you have to sign in. But you can't tape it. And then you screw it up and you let a child pedophile, convicted pedophile, view the video of kids. You let an activist who is blatantly lying and spreading false information about me, my son, and everybody else, you let them look.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what he's referring to. Sounds
not
wild.
only that, I asked him straight up, who was responsible for allowing school property to be used 3 weeks after my son was murdered at the same exact stadium? After fumbling, I said, it's either you or someone else. Who is it? He said, it's me. You made the decision to let a white supremacist hold a rally on the same grounds my son was murdered 3 weeks prior. Everyone thought I was going to jump on board with this jackass Jake Lang. Well, guess what? My friend Bruce Carter, yeah, the big black boy with the cowboy hat on, yeah, my buddy. I said, Bruce, you have to go to my place. The DA says I can't go. So Bruce shows up and says, hey.
I actually agree with him. Jake Lang's a fucking retard. But Jake Lang's Jewish. He's not even white.
Did you ask Jeff to use his son's image? No, Jeff stands with us. No, he doesn't. Jeff sent me. Bruce calls me. Tells me where he's at. Tells me what's going on. I had no clue I was on speakerphone at that moment. So I let Mr. Lang speak. Gave him his time. Talked about I should be upset and lashing out to black people and all white people should be mad. And here's the good feeling, guys. Like I said before, I'm not racist against whites or blacks. So what I tell Mr. Lang after he spoke, he thought I was going to jump on board and we were going to have this big rally. My exact words were this. Mr. Lang, you, my friend, are part of the fucking problem. I don't condone what you do. I am not associated with you. Take my son's name off your website. Do not use his image ever again. I don't support you. Don't ever mention my name.
I also don't know what it was for. I have to look into it. But Jake Lang was just arrested in Texas with a $1 million bond for a terrorist threat. I don't know what it was. I do know he was there during the trial. He was there filming content, trying to have conversations with some of the black people. You can imagine how that went. But yeah, I'll try and find out what the exact cause of his arrest was. But I do know Jake Lang was just arrested yesterday or 2 days ago in Texas for a terrorist threat. $1 million bond.
So all the black people went, oh, well, maybe he's not racist. No shit. Like I said, if you're an asshole, I don't care. I don't like you. Jake Lang is an asshole. He's a white asshole. Charleston White, he's a black asshole. Jackie Chan, if you don't like him, he's a Chinese asshole. I don't care. It don't matter. Frisco ISD then proceeded to do this. This was the icing on the cake for me. Me and Megan went to the school board, went to the school officiating building, asked for a meeting. They granted it. And all we asked for.
Yeah, authorities have not said what the terrorist threat was. They haven't given any details. And it seems fairly vague, actually. It says, let's see. Jail records list the charge as a terroristic threat involving allegations that the conduct disrupted or impaired public services and caused public fear, may involve threats or serious bodily injury or attempts to influence government operations. Kind of vague.
Was to have Austin's name read and give a posthumous diploma to his brother. That's it. No big hoopla, no special stopping, no big banners and signs, no bands, nothing. Read his name, empty seat, give his brother his diploma. That's it. They said, no, we'll give you some other options. We can do a private ceremony where it's just y'all. What? The response from one of the women across the table was, well, we've had more than one student die this year. Before I could open my mouth, Mama Bear let loose and said directly to her, how many of those students were murdered on school property?
Good mom.
She couldn't answer. She answered for her. 1, Austin. We left that building. They said, Mr. Waltrip's not in the building at the moment. Okay. Because then they tried to pawn it off. Dr. Mims. Hi, Dr. Mims. Remember me? Sure you do. Because I slid across the emails that were sent to Waltrip. I said, this is why you folded. You're going to look me in the eye right now and tell me you're going to give a diploma to a murderer, but you're not going to give one to my son who was murdered at school under your watch. He said, it comes from above. I said, the only person above is Mr. Waltrip. I said, I will wait out front until he returns. So I walked out front. I asked the receptionist, please, I need to see Mr. Waltrip as soon as available. I'll sit down with Megan. For 20 minutes, we wait. Then his secretary comes down and says, I'm so sorry, Mr. Waltrip's not in the building today. What did he do? Run out and hide? Bullshit. He didn't want to face me again. I don't blame him, because I'll rip his ass up, tore him apart, spit him out in small chunks. I told Dr. Mims what I'm going to do. When I walk out of here today, I'm going to contact every news reporter I know, every social media influencer, every person who will listen. And I'm going to scorch you and tell them that you denied my son a diploma. Let's talk about 3 weeks earlier. Oh, that's right. You had an elementary teacher who got arrested for taking pictures of little boys. You think Frisco ISD doesn't have egg on his face already? You tripped over this murder case time after time. You can't wipe your face. It's fucking stained. What's the motto? Know every child's name. You're the leaders. I'm supposed to trust you with my kids? I trusted you with my kids, and what'd you do? You didn't have proper security in place. You didn't scan the athletes. How did he get a knife into the track meet? Because you're negligent. That's why. What'd you do afterwards? Oh, change the rules. Oh, shit, we gotta do something. Yeah, you done fucked up. What are you gonna do now? Resign? Retire? Good move, Mike. How's your wife, Lisa? You can run. You can never hide. You're a shit stain on Frisco ISD for the past 9 years as superintendent.
You're a shit stain.
Despicable coward who folds like a cheap tent under pressure from a piss poor activist nobody who does infomercials about his company. Let me be clear that you're a fucking idiot, Dominique. Let me be clear. You couldn't put two sentences together without Chat GPT. Tiffany Billions. I don't know what kind of glamour shot you steal from other people and put up on your profile, but it don't match to your fucking goddamn water buffalo looking ass when I saw you at the courthouse. Charleston White, you look like a fucking crackhead. Even though you got money, you're the only smart person around. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Drew, you're just an idiot. If y'all want to talk to me, you know where I am. You never once apologized. You never once said you were sorry. You lied your ass off and tried to tell people you paid to offer to pay for my boy's funeral. You couldn't even offer your hand for a handshake. You're a grifting piece of shit. Your character says it all. I don't have to say a damn word. Your actions speak for themselves. You and your little faggot bow tie? What the hell is that, dude? Maybe you and Chris King are butt buddies. Like y'all swap ties and shit. I don't know.
You just say you and your little faggot bow tie? Dude, this guy is crazy. This guy's awesome.
He lives in Washington and he's lived here in Plano. He thinks he's some intelligent dude. Really? A 1989 Saab. Oh, I'm fucking impressed. Ooh. Look at me. I talk to my shit all day long. You put old people so like I think you have some serious insecurities, bro. I'm a lawyer. Who gives a fuck? You're not a very good one. Oh, I've done this, I've done that. You have to brag on yourself? You have to blow your own fucking horn? Really? You're not a man, dude. You just want attention. Maybe your parents didn't give you love when you were little. I don't know. I don't know the way you are. Why? I can't explain it. And you know why? I don't give a shit. You're nothing to me. But yet, where'd you come up with the word Metcalfians? I live in your head every day because you talk about me every day. Dude, thank you. I'm so flattered that you think about me. But I'm not your type. Sorry. I figured in a couple months you'll move on to the next hot topic. Or you'll have some legal crusade you can join maybe. Or lead possibly in your 89 South. And the only thing about you is I like your dog. That's about it. In your house? Dude, I'm not one to judge. But you don't live in some sprawling mansion. Really? Clean your house. You look like a fucking hoarder. Better yet, once you have Tiffany move in and y'all could live together and do a podcast. That would be fun. Stay out of my lives. I'm not inviting you in. Go find somebody, go kick rocks in somebody else's backyard. Because if you come in my backyard, you won't be kicking rocks. I promise. But all the people that still want to come fuck with me, go ahead. I'm here. Guess what? I've taken every single blow you have given. And guess what? I'm still standing. I'm still here. All you irrelevant pieces of shit are going to dissipate. Like a piece of shit in my toilet.
Someone said, there's a black guy reacting to this right now. Can you please go to his live? Yeah, send me the link. Like he's reacting to me watching it, or he's just reacting to this in general. But yeah, send me his link. We're almost kind of done with it anyway. We're like, because it says it's 3 hours, but I don't think it actually goes 3 hours. But yeah, if you send the link, yeah, I'll check it out.
But when I flush it, it just goes away. The same way, dude. You're all going to go away. Because guess what? Guess what? You can't make no more money. He's guilty. No more TikToks and debating. Oh my God, Mr. Metcalf is this. He did this. Oh my God, look, Karmelo's a little baby. He's innocent. No, he's fucking guilty. He's going to prison. Yay! Am I supposed to be excited? Guess what? I'm not. Because I don't promote and I don't accept. I feel sorry for that young man. He's fixing to live a living hell. Not that he doesn't deserve it. Yes, he does. But I'm human. And I'm sorry. I don't wish harm or ill will on anyone. It's not the Christian thing to do, man. It's not the way I was raised. It's not what I was taught. I don't know if it's right or wrong. I just know it is what it is. You be you, I'll be me. You stay in your lane, I stay in mine. I respect you, you respect me. We get along. We don't fight. We don't stab each other in the heart. If we have a disagreement, you know what? We can use words. And also, we can agree to disagree, and that's okay. But what's not okay is when you lose control and you do something that you can't take back. And now you're responsible. Let's open up for some questions, guys.
Okay. I know you've been under the gag order for the past year, and I really hope that this was some sort of release for you. 100% that's what this was for.
I'll be honest, it is.
Somebody gave me the channel name. Okay, maybe we open a new tab really quickly and dude, I don't know what happened. I got up for a second and then my green screen got like super fucked up. Let me fix this really quick. Then we're gonna go Let's see. We gotta go that way. Okay. That's good enough for now. I don't give a shit. Okay, let me get this guy's channel pulled up. No captivity with Freezy. Alright, let me look. He's saying there's a black guy. What's he saying?
I got Riker fatigue. I got Riker fatigue. I got pedophile fatigue.
Why does he talk so slow? Why is he such a fucking retard?
I got bestiality fatigue.
That's why. Okay, I mean, this is retarded.
I got wet dog fatigue.
Like, this is just like a retarded raging black. Who gives a fuck about him?
I got you need to watch.
All right, we're going to go back to the actual.
I'll be honest, it's very therapeutic. I will apologize for the colorful language. I try to refrain from that, but this is the first time in over a year that I'm able to speak. And I feel like the muzzle has been taken off, and I'm a racehorse at the Kentucky Derby in the gates, just waiting for it to open. And, you know, if I offended somebody tonight, I'm sorry, but get over it.
Yeah. Thank you, Jeff. You certainly didn't offend me at any point. You have every right to say whatever you want to say. The first question I'm going to ask you, and this is a question that a lot of people have been asking me too, it's one of the biggest ones floating around, is do you plan on filing a civil suit?
To be honest, I can answer that question honestly. I do not know at this time what I'm going to do in the future. I was so focused on just getting through the trial.
His family got $600,000 in donations. Come for every penny of that and millions more.
And the most weight on my shoulders and the most...
By the end of the civil suit, they should be working for 2 cents an hour scrubbing toilets, and you're standing over their shoulder to collect one of those pennies. Like, Karmelo Anthony's family should be left with nothing by the end of this. They raised a piece of shit son. They are pieces of shit who are still dragging Austin Metcalf's name through the mud for no fucking reason. These degenerate sub-Saharan scum. Fuck these people.
Post anxiety. So I really wasn't planning that far ahead. Is it an option? Yeah, I'll explore it. Is it worth my time? I don't know yet. Because realistically, I want to move on. I don't want to keep dragging things out. And if they spend all the money, there's nothing to get anyway. So I really don't care. Money's not going to bring my son back. Going after them, even if I bankrupt them or whatever.
Draper's mom gives a resounding, she goes literally, yeah, civil suit 1,000%. They should take this family for everything they've ever fucking worked for and more. Their grandkids should be giving all their money to this family. But like, that's how much money they need to get out of these fucking people. Fuck the Karmelo Anthony family. Fuck every one of them. And for people who's like, oh, that's a little far. It's like, again, just like the degenerate scum these fucking two douchebag parents are. They are terrible fucking people who still to this moment refuse to apologize, refuse to take any accountability, and refuse to acknowledge that their son's a fucking murderer. All the jurors agreed that this was murder, not self-defense. There is nothing to justify this being self-defense. There's nothing to justify your shitty sub-Saharan 17-year-old douchebag son bringing a knife to a track meet to then stab a white kid in the fucking heart. Fuck his parents. Fuck him. They should be taken for every fucking thing they've ever worked for and more.
I'm not going to bring my son back. And you have to learn forgiveness. And God's going to take care of the rest.
You can forgive and still sue the fuck out of them.
Okay, next question. And real quick for people who are requesting, if I don't know you, we're not accepting any requests. So if you want to ask a question, please ask in the purple pill. Or if you're on Rumble, obviously ask on Rumble. Next question is, they want you to talk about the swattings.
Oh my goodness, the swatting. Yeah. So the first time, first of all, there was a total of 6 for me and twice for Megan. The first time it happened.
He's getting swatted? Are you fucking kidding? Yeah, this is crazy. Sue for literally everything.
To me, I was exiting physical therapy, which is only about 8 minutes from my house. I get to my car or my truck and I look down and I see my phone. It has 44 missed calls and 10 messages. My physical therapy only lasts for an hour. So I look down. I'm like, what in the world's going on? My phone rings. It's my son, Hunter. Dad, yeah, the police are looking for you. What? The police are looking for you. Where are you at? What do you mean? Call 911. What? Call them. Okay. So I call them. Mr. Metcalf? Yes. Are you at home? No, sir. I'm on my way home. I'll be there in 5 minutes. What's up? I turn the corner to my neighborhood. And there are 25 police cars that have
like the swatting itself is so scary. But imagine this scenario, like what this dad's going through. This guy has been receiving death threats. He just had his son stabbed. He's like, just not getting over it, but he's just going on with his life. He's at a chiropractor. His son was just stabbed. He picks up his phone to see 40 missed calls from like family members. Imagine the fucked up thoughts going through this guy's head, the anxiety, the stress, the fear. In that dad's mind in that moment when he doesn't know what the calls are going to be about. He doesn't know what's going on. He didn't realize he was probably getting swatted then. And then to get home and then to get swatted on top of that, which is something that gets people killed. This is insane. This is so fucked up what they're putting this guy through.
Surrounded the entire block, basically. I have a park behind me. There's no houses. It's a creek in a park. There are snipers in the park. There are snipers in my neighbor's trees. There are snipers down the street. They're a SWAT team. I pull up. I tell them I can open my door from my phone with my security system. I have cameras. Look, there's nobody in my house. I can see inside. I can see outside. I can unlock the door for 30 seconds if you want to make entry. Yes, sir. Tell me when. Unlock. Boom. They come. They sweep the house. All this time, all my neighbors are freaking out because the presence of this many cops and lights and SWAT and snipers, it was like a scene from a movie. And it was crazy. So I'm like, what happened? Well, someone called and said there was a shooting inside your house. I was like, well, can we catch them? What's the tech? So we'll try. Okay. That was the day, coincidentally, but I don't believe in coincidences, that I was kicked out of the press conference. Coincidence? Maybe. I don't think so. Then it continued. Second time, same thing. Oh my God. I think they brought the cavalry. It's nuts. Third time. At least now they call me. Are you home? Yes. Okay, we're outside. Come outside. There's 8, 9 cop cars. And I have to go outside and talk to them, show them I'm okay. Third, fourth, fifth time. Now we're on first name basis. I tell them, hey man, next time y'all call, I have donuts and coffee ready. Cool. All right. It's becoming comical. The last time, as they were here, the person who swatted called me and I showed them the phone. Look, the number generates from the UK. This is how it works. It's real simple, folks. VPN, onion router, onion server. It doesn't matter. There are so many ways. Even I, myself, Mr. Old, don't know shit about tech, could do it. You can't find me. It bounces everywhere. You can't get the IP address. They trace it back to UK in Britain. So what do? They have to send it over to the Britain police to handle it. You think, what do they do with it? Okay. They can catch it. 6 times. And I think Buffalo Face said I did it to myself. Really? How did you get that fat? You did it to yourself. That's how you got fat. How you swatted? Your little piss-at disruptors? Your little army of people? Maybe it was your Black Panther friends. Ooh, y'all are so fucking tough. You talk a big fucking game, but really at the end of the day, you ain't shit. I'll scrape you off the heel of my boot. And normally, I don't normally attack people like this, but I have been cooped up and caged up in this anger, and this is something I'm trying to work on. I need to develop it and funnel it into a more constructive way. But tonight is the one time I'm going to allow myself. It's okay. Tonight I'm going to allow myself to say what I really want to say. Because most of the time I don't say what I want to say because it's not correct. Just because you think something doesn't mean you believe it. Doesn't make it right. Doesn't make it wrong. Doesn't make it a fact either. Because all you believed, Karmelo was innocent. Newsflash, guilty, prison. You were wrong. Admit it. But no, what do you do now? Oh, there was no black jurors. You know why? Because you can't be unbiased, you dumb shits. If you answer the question, I can't send a black man to jail because he's black, you're not getting on the jury. You're so unintelligent, you can't even fill out a form correctly. You don't even know who your fucking daddy is because 78% of
you don't even know who your fucking daddy is. And also, here's the thing. It's like, how many black jurors do you think show up to jury duty? Like, go up to a black person and ask them, did you show up when you were assigned jury duty? They're going to be like, no, I didn't even know I ever was. Like, none of them will have shown up to jury duty. I can guarantee that. The amount of black people who get jury duty summons and the amount who show up, it's vastly different numbers. The amount that show up is a very, very small number.
You don't have your father in the home anymore. You got baby mamas running around with 8 kids so they can get EBT cards to feed you all. You think I'm being racist? No, I'm being real. Because they ain't only black people. White people do the same shit. I'll call them out just as hard as I'll call you out. Anybody who doesn't work, who wants free government handouts, who wants to live in a socialistic society, move to fucking Russia. This is America. Be respectful of this country. We have many people who have fought and died for this country so you can run your mouth.
Fucking A right.
Thank a veteran. They're the ones who lay their ass on the line for you, who sacrifice for you in this country. I didn't serve. I was not fortunate enough to. I wish, looking back in my life, I wish I would have. But at the time when I was that age, my life was not altogether. But those people who sign up voluntarily to defend your rights so you can run your mouth, you show them respect. You don't kneel for the national anthem. You respect that flag. You don't like this country? Guess what? You're free to leave. I'll even get you a fucking plane ticket. If you don't love this country and you're not patriotic, you have the free will to go somewhere else. Look, we change presidents every 4 years. If you don't vote, don't bitch. If you want something to change in your community, get off the couch. Quit watching TV. Be involved. Be present. The only way change occurs is by you putting in the effort. So don't complain when shit doesn't go your way, when you don't do anything about it. Don't bitch because Trump's president because you didn't vote. Don't vote for somebody based on skin color. But you'll jump on the side of a murderer for skin color. Do you know how stupid that really makes you look? I'm going to support somebody blindly, even though they did wrong. You're going to support someone who does something against the law. You're encouraging and saying it's okay because he's a certain color. Oh, you got more melanin than me. Ooh, so you get more privileges, more entitlement? Because 400 years ago, someone actually sold you to us, and we took you over here and put you to work. And then we had a civil war to free your ass. And now you want to talk shit? Oh, I'm being so oppressed. You couldn't even vote 1960. Look how far you've come. Look at all the free shit we give you. You're not oppressed. You're fucking entitled. You know what DEI stands for? Yeah, it means I don't have to be fucking qualified. I just have to be a certain color or race or gender. Whose bright ass idea was that? I don't know about you, but when I grew up, there was no participation trophy.
Dude, this guy is just like a classic boomer as well, finally realizing that black people are violent.
It wasn't a safe space created for me.
He's realizing that all the propaganda he was sold in the 70s is just all bullshit. We're not all the same.
My feelings were hurt. We had to take actual responsibility for our own actions. Wow, what a concept.
What a concept.
If you want society to change, if you want a better place for your kids, then get involved in your kid's life, in your community, in your church, but don't sit on your couch and bitch when it doesn't go your way. Next question.
Can I ask a question real quick? Hey, Jeff?
Truth, we're trying to only take questions from the list here.
Okay.
Okay. Next question is there a way to contribute to the scholarship fund that is in memory of Austin?
Yes, there is. I believe it was posted at some point on my Facebook page. I know I dropped a $5,000 donation myself into it. Now, Megan, she needs to be credited. She was the one, and friends of hers who got that all set up. Also, Halo Pizzeria. Both boys and Megan worked there. That was not her full-time job. That's her second job. She's very successful with a home builder in the DFW area. So that's not her only job. But the owner, I believe her name's Carrie, very, very great individual, and has done fundraisers for Austin. And they were also instrumental with connecting with the school to set up the school scholarship fund that we did for Austin. And we did give it away this year. I think it was to Kayvon. Yeah, I think it was Kayvon who got the scholarship this year. But it will continue every year. I will see if I can't find the link. I'll give it to Sarah, and she can repost it. Next question.
Okay. Next question. Oh, this is actually from a twin mom. She wants to know, did Austin and Hunter have their own language to communicate with each other?
Yes. Not only through verbal, but through also hand motions. Some secret sign language. I'm not privy to it. We actually, when they were born, this is a true story. I had to take a permanent marker, and this was Hunter, and we would color in his toenail black so we could tell them apart. Because you put them on the floor and they crawl around. It's like a shell game. Which one? Where did it go? I don't know. So we told her he's...
Yeah, I mean, that you kind of got to do that. I'd imagine if you have, like, identical twins as young boys, like, I mean, the amount of identical twins out there who are probably growing up with their brother's name or sister, like, it's probably an insane amount, actually. It's probably a lot of parents who mixed up the kids at birth and just said, oh, fuck it. Like, they didn't know. They're like, we'll just say it's like Craig and Ryan. They mix up Craig and Ryan. Ryan becomes Craig. Like, that's had to have happened many, many times, I'd imagine.
He's Native American from the Black Toe tribe. But one thing is for real. We are Native American. I have my Indian card and so do the boys. So if you want to talk about stolen land, yeah, that starts here. We were here before y'all were. They took all our land and put us on a reservation. They just brought you guys over on a boat. Next question.
What?
Thank you, Jeff. The next question is, are you satisfied with the sentence that Karmelo Anthony received? Do you believe Austin has received justice?
That's a real easy question for me to know. Hell no. What is justice? Justice for me is when Austin walks through that door and can hug me. That's how long he should stay in jail. Until my son comes back through that door. Do I think justice was served? No. There's all types of justice. Street justice, legal justice, but no justice. No. Austin will never come back through that door again. That boy, he has the ability right now, actually, to be out before he's 40. He can still have a wife and kids. You tell me, you think that's justice? No. No, I'm not happy with the sentence. No, there was no justice served. It's a process that we have in place to control our society. They're called laws, and we have to abide by them.
I do want to give this information too. So Karmelo Anthony's filing an appeal, and because of that, they could actually sentence him for longer.
I'm no different than anybody else. I have to abide by them too. So
I don't know if they
decision the
will,
court
but
made, I have to abide by, whether I like it or not. Life is kind of like a shit sandwich. No matter how much bread you got, it still tastes like shit when you eat it. Next question.
Do you think that Karmelo Anthony ever showed any form of remorse?
Zero. None whatsoever. The family who continue to spread lies. Kevin, hey, Mr. fucking Squeaky, you're silent all of a sudden. Where'd you go, bro? Huh? Thought you'd come visit me. You're the only one without a criminal record. I mean, you can cross straight lines and not worry. Come on. I'll promise. All my ARs are locked up. You're safe here.
Dude, this is crazy.
What about all you other grifters who want to jump on board? All y'all think since you have a phone and a voice that you're important? Oh, look at me. I have a platform. I got followers. That's your life. That's your identity. Good for you. If it works for you, hey, man, that's your gig. Cool. Doesn't bother me until you bring it in my lane. You bring your shit in my lane, I'm going to run your fucking ass over. You understand that? Don't underestimate old man. Anybody seen Dirty Harry? Clint Eastwood? Anybody know who that is? If you're old, you do. Yeah. Make my day. Make my day, motherfucker. Next question.
The next question is, why didn't the prosecution call anyone for statements before sentencing? Why?
To be honest, I was kept in the dark a lot to preserve the integrity of the case from the DA. So I was pretty much only notified when stuff was actually fixing to happen that was going to affect me. So I really don't know the answer to that question. Next question.
Okay. Next question. Well, this next one is not a question. They think that you should run for governor.
Thank you, but I will tell you this right now. There are too many skeletons in my closet. Somebody knows where a couple of the bodies are buried, so I can't. So I'm really not into politics. Like I said, this wasn't about race. Please don't politicize it. Besides, politicians, most of the time when their mouth is moving, they're lying.
They also believe that you should start a podcast, but maybe we can talk about that another time. Well, go ahead now.
I have been approached for documentaries, books, podcasts, speaking appearances, and I really don't know what I'm going to do. I haven't decided. Like I said, my whole focus was on this trial. That was my finish line. And now
should do something. He's a great speaker.
that I've reached it.
He's got a bit of a sense of humor. He knows when to get angry, when to calm it down. He's a great speaker. I'll say that. I mean, this entire thing, he went for like literally three fucking hours with no script, no one guiding the conversation. Like this right here, the questions at the end, this is the only time they've guided the conversation by asking him questions. The first 2.5 hours was literally just him talking into the camera with all they said was start from the beginning, and then he just went. This guy's an incredible speaker.
I need to take a little time to decompress, get my head straight, and figure out how can I best contribute to society? What is it I can do to help? Because I told you when things happen in your life, your priorities change. Like when I had cancer, one of the things, and I will recommend this. This was a movie I saw many years ago, and it changed my life. It's called Pay It Forward. And I still do it to this day. I did it this morning, matter of fact. I took my mom to breakfast. We were eating breakfast. This 81-year-old man walks in with his little service dog. He sits down. He has a Charlie Kirk shirt on, Marine veteran hat. He looks over. I say, hey, man, I like your shirt. And I said, hey, you vet? He said, yeah. I appreciate your service. First thing he says is, I'm sure glad that trial's over. So I don't really want to speak across the room. So I get up and walk over to the man. And I said, I am too. I said, I'm Austin Metcalf's father, Jeff Metcalf. And I had this shirt on. He said, I know who you are. I just want to extend my condolences to you. I'm so sorry. Before I left, I told the waitress, come here. I want to pay for this man's breakfast. Do not tell him until after we're gone. I'm not looking for recognition. But you watch the movie, Pay It Forward. It will impact you. Maybe not the same impact it had on me. I don't know.
It's a good movie.
But I know it changed my way of thinking forever. Now, I've done this numerous times because, one, I'm not looking for recognition. I don't tell people about it. I don't broadcast it. I damn sure don't go live with it. It ain't about me. It's about you paying it forward. I've done it in Starbucks line. Hey, car behind me. I got it. Cool. I can tell you another story. 6 years ago, I took my boys out.
I'm going to be honest. I hate when you're in a drive-thru and somebody in front of you pays it forward, because then, like, sometimes, like, I'll go to the drive-thru, I get something that's like $5 fucking. The guy in front of me pays it forward, and then I'm like, I'm a douchebag if I don't do it. The guy behind me got like a $20 meal, and it's like, okay, fuck you for costing me an extra $15 now, you piece of shit. You think you're doing something nice by paying for my meal, but now I'm paying for this fucking cunt's meal behind me, and it's an extra $15. Yeah, so Paying it forward at a diner, that's nice. Fuck you if you do it in a drive-thru. I'm not saying fuck you to Austin Metcalf's dad, but in general, you get what I mean. It's crazy.
We ate at
I
Outback
get
Steakhouse.
so annoyed when people in drive-thrus do the pay it forward chain shit. It's like, fuck you. I get cheap shit in drive-thrus. I get the cheap shit when I go to the drive-thrus. I don't want to pay for the fucking family of 5 behind me.
There was a young lady over there, and she was in tears. I don't know why she was distressed. I have no clue. I asked the waitress, hey, I want to pay for her meal just after we're gone. 4 months later, we go back to the same restaurant. Me and my boys. Waitress goes, I know you. At first, I was a little panicked. Oh, God, I don't remember you. Did I take you out? I'm so sorry. I don't remember your name. No. She goes, you're the guy who paid for that woman's meal. I said, yeah, that was me. Her husband had just passed away from cancer. I didn't know how to respond. Like, I had no idea. And she goes, I know. But what you did, what you showed me, touched me to where I do what you do now. So what do you mean? You pay it forward too? She goes, is that what it's called? I said, well, there's a movie. And yes, that's the way I refer to it, is I pay it forward. I don't look for recognition. I help. If I see a situation where I can help, I just do it. You don't need my name. I don't need a picture. God sees. God sees all. It's who I am. You know what? It makes me feel good at night so I can sleep because I'm a good person for the most part. There is a side of me that you don't want to see, but I know exists. I buried it a long time ago and I keep it buried because if it ever comes out,
it's me for real.
Somebody's
a good person.
And that's not me.
I think at least.
Next question.
How do you feel about the rumor being spread that you're friends with the judge and the DA?
I really thought it was very funny because the picture they posted was at my friend's house. We all grew up in Louisville. We all know each other. We all still stay in touch. It was a Christmas party of my friend's house here in Frisco, and every single person in that picture called me and said, why are we on the internet? I'm like, I don't know. You're supposed to be the judge. You're supposed to be the DA. They're like, what? I'm like, dude, these people will spin shit into gold. I don't know how they do it. They believe themselves. So I don't know what they smoke, but it must be some really high quality shit because I have no idea where they can come up with this.
I don't know.
As far as me knowing the judges and the DAs, hell, if I did that, we wouldn't be waiting a year and a half for a trial. Your ass be going to prison in about 3 weeks. So I have no pull, no association. I've never met them before. And, make up some more shit, whatever.
Okay, and you don't have to answer this question if you don't want to. Was it Hunter's choice to not attend the majority of the trial?
Okay, first of all, if you're a witness in the trial, you cannot be in the courtroom. The defense had the ability to call him as a witness at any time. The prosecutor did not need Hunter's testimony to convict. I did not want my son subjected to reliving that moment and being asked questions by the defense who would try to break him down. And as a father, I don't know if I would stand by and let that happen. I would probably be in jail. So we didn't need his testimony, first of all, to convict. Secondly, the defense had every opportunity to call him. The only reason he was in that courtroom because we were doing victim impact statements, sentence and verdict were already rendered. Then he was allowed in. That's why. And I'm damn glad he wasn't allowed in. The witness and hear the bullshit and the smearing and I know it's the damn defense attorney's job, but he is a dipshit liar and tries to bore it into the jury's head. He's 130 pounds. It was raining. Shut the fuck up.
I agree, 100%. The next 2 questions are very similar, so I'm going to actually kind of ask both of them. The first question is there anything you would change with the justice system? And the second question I have is, do you plan on working with local legislators to create any law that may possibly be named after Austin?
This is what I learned in my journey. Texas Tort Claim Act gives public schools in Texas sovereign immunity. They can't be held responsible. You can't sue them. And if you do, luckily somehow find a way in, it's capped at $100,000. That's not even going to pay your damn attorney. Do you think our school system should have carte blanche and don't have to abide by the rules of,
that is
hey,
crazy.
We're not responsible. We have sovereign immunity. If you believe that, you're going to believe that you can send your kid to school every day and they're going to come home alive. Ask the kids' parents in Uvalde. Could they sue? No. 19 kids shot to death. Who's responsible? They tried to pin it on a SRO officer who was a scared pussy and ran away. I wish and hope if we start a movement to have some legislation changed, it's going to take, like I said, getting off the couch, getting off your ass, and putting in the work. Do I want the law changed? Hell yes. The thing about Texas, they don't reconvene till 2027, and that's when Congress revenes. So we still have 7 months to get our ducks in a row, to line up our mission, to get our backing. Do you want it changed? You tell me, guys. I'll be your voice. If you want me to be your voice, I will stand up and yell. We want this changed.
On this.
You want to back it? You want your kids to be safe? You want them to go to school and come home? You want to be responsible and be held accountable for what they do 8 hours a day? To be honest, those teachers spend more time with your kids than you do. But yet we don't pay teachers shit. Why? Why? But we'll pay an attorney $1,000 an hour to talk shit.
What's going on?
I don't know about you guys. I'll be honest. I've only met one attorney I've liked in my entire life. One. His name's Bill Worski.
Okay, everyone.
Their camera stopped working.
The video froze again, so we're going to fix that really quick. I'm going to ask 2 more questions, and then, because it is getting late, it's almost 11 o'clock, and I know that everyone is tired, and I know Jeff is tired. I know Jeff is exhausted, actually. So 2 more questions, and then I'm going to ask you, Jeff, if there's anything else after those 2 questions, if there's anything else you want to say before we close up for the night. Let's give Sip just a minute to fix the video stream. Jinx, is it back up? The video keeps crashing out. If we can't get it back, it's okay. We're towards the end. He's going to try one more time. Oh, okay. It's going in now.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it looks like it's crashing. Okay. Wait, yeah, we don't really need the camera for this part. We're just going to move on. Okay, Jeff, the next question I have is, are you upset that the mainstream media immediately pushed a racial narrative around the case, creating division and unrest before people even had a clear understanding of the facts?
I'm not for sure if it was the mainstream media. I think it was more of the activists getting on the mainstream media. The job of the reporters was just to report on what people were saying, and the people, particularly Dominique Alexander, who can't speak truth if his life depended on it, but he'll give you an infomercial for NGAN anytime you want. Outside of that, no, I don't really blame the media, but I will say this. Legacy, do your homework, guys. Legacy Group, they own all major news outlets. What's their political affiliation? They're left-leaning, okay? So, and I'm not saying Republican or Democrat. I don't really give a shit.
That's like a boomer thought process on like, oh, they're left-leaning. It's like, okay, dude, like the right suck. Like the Republicans suck just as much as the Democrats, buddy.
I'm not really a political person. I have my views and opinions, but I'm not actively involved in politics, nor do I have a desire to be. But at the end of the day, you have to look yourself in the eye and understand, where are you at? What are you going to do next? So that's where you stand. What's your next step? What's your next course of action?
Last question is, how are you doing, and how can we pray for you?
God has protected me through this entire journey. I'm exhausted mentally, physically, spiritually.
Oh, so the entire time they were doing an X space with this too? That's crazy.
But I'm still fine. One of my favorite bands, the Red Clay Strays. I'm still fine. It's probably one of my favorite songs.
Minutes left.
Along with Down on My Knees and Wondering Why. Those guys, when they came to town, invited me and Hunter to meet them backstage and speak with them personally. We got there 3 hours before the show, and we got to be able to meet the band, speak with the band, and they prayed with us. We didn't ask, they offered. These guys, they were telling me in 2020, Brandon Coleman was driving Uber trying to make $100 a day. They didn't know if they were going to make it as a band. But you know what? These people were real. They were humble. They weren't some, oh, look at me, I'm a big rock star, big head. You know, they were so down to earth, and they were so amazing. During the concert, Brandon Coleman, the lead singer, sits down in front of the piano and says, I want to talk to you people about this song that I wrote that I've never played before. It's going to go out to a man and his son tonight that I spoke to before the concert about the loss of his twin brother. Everybody in the arena all of a sudden knew who I was. And he sang this song. And I told him before that their music is healing for me. It helps me heal. So outside of that, I'd say go and listen to these guys, and now they made it big time. Won many awards and things like that. So outside of that, I'd say music has helped me heal, and moving forward, I will continue to heal.
Awesome. Thank you, Jeff. We're going to close it out. Is there anything that you want to close out with? Is there any last thoughts that you have?
Well, you know, all I want to say is thank you again for allowing me to voice my feelings and opinions on as what's transpired over the last 14 months. You know, prayers. I mean, just, you know, pray for Megan, pray for Hunter, pray for myself. You know, give glory to God. Live your life as Christ-like as you can. No one's perfect. None of us are. But I think if you get a good foundation and you teach your children right from wrong and give them a moral compass, they have the ability to take themselves further in life and develop into a piece of society that contributes something. And I wish and pray that our racial divide in this country gets smaller rather than wider. I hope that we learn to love more than we love to hate. I can only speak for myself, but I know I'm doing my part.
God bless
I'm just asking
you.
everyone else to do theirs. I love y'all. Thank you for all the support for people who are out there who have sent the text messages, the emails, the cards, the thank yous. I cannot tell you how much I am so appreciative of all the support of everyone who stood behind me during this most trying time of my life. And, you know, I guess, I mean, that's all I really can say is thank you. There's no other way. I'm very humbled. And once again, I hope I answered your questions. I hope you have all the answers you need. I'll try to be as open and as forthcoming as possible. I'm sure there's going to be some feedback on this, and I'm open to it all, good, bad, or indifferent. I'm still here, and I'm still fine. Thanks again.
Thank you so much, Jeff. And you know they're going to try to spin whatever it is.
That was incredibly heartfelt. That was, wow. That was kind of hard to watch in a lot of ways because of how sad it was. But What a good father. That's what we can say. Is Austin Metcalf an incredible father who loved him and still loves him more than anything in this world. It's so sad that this deranged sick sub-Saharan Karmelo Anthony stabbed him in the fucking chest over nothing, but this is literally how these people act, and they want us to just be okay with it. And we're racist if we call it out. Fuck that. Be racist then. Who gives a shit? I stopped caring a long time ago about that. But I want to really quick touch on something that happened like midway through. Midway through, I got an update from Trump, and it said, Trump states that we ended the war in Iran today. And then at 9:20, about 9 minutes ago, Iran fired several drones at commercial vessels that attempted to transit the Strait of Hormuz. So, yeah, Trump's full of shit again. War's not over. War's not ending anytime soon. But thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to go over to our comment section. Thank you for tuning in live and on Spotify. Please remember to smash the follow button, leave a comment. We'll read all the comments at the end of each show. Join the Telegram by scanning the code up in the corner. But let's go into our comment section. Here we go. Thank you guys.
James is so lucky he is in Florida. If he was in the Midwest, it would take 20 fat black women to pull me out of him.
What the fuck's that? It would take 20 fat black women to pull me out of him? Okay, so you're just threatening to rape me now? Okay. Thanks.
Hope you read my comment on your show, but I just had gotten in a confrontation with black people's app, the Karmelo situation, and it got physical. Why doesn't MR beats to 100 black people versus accountability?
Dude, Mr. Beast does have to do a video where he puts 100 blacks on an island, 100 whites on an island, leaves them for a year, and just sees how it works out. That's a great experiment. That's fucked up. I hope you're okay. Did they assault you, or what? What was the? You said it got physical. What happened? I'd love to hear more. I'm sorry about that. That's fucked up, but that's how they do act. That's why I say stay away from them, to be honest.
I need to get back into the gym, so I'm gonna start going for as long as each episode lasts. And I'm gonna double the time if the stream is under 2 hours to challenge myself. It's about time I really lock in, hands pressed together.
Lock the fuck in. Let's go. It's about ascending this year. Lock the fuck in. I like to hear that. 2.5 hour show so far today, so get those fucking push-ups up, bitch. Push-ups now, bitch. Push-ups now, bitch. Sit-ups, squats, push-ups, burpees now, bitch. Give me 50 of each. Now, pussy. Now. 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups, 50 squats, 50 burpees, 50 jumping jacks. And then get your ass on the treadmill, go run a couple miles, and then take your ass over to the bench press. Don't be a pussy. You got this. Lock the fuck in.
Great show as usual. America belongs to us Europeans considering we built it. Having cotton picked for free ended up being the most expensive thing in the long run. Now we have to experience third world behavior and crime. You can see how much better we run a country than them just by looking at Rhodesia. Now Zimbabwe. We build, they destroy.
Yeah, migrants are destroying our society. Mass migration, among many other things.
Dutch noticer, bro. I told you, I'll gift a sub.
Oh, well, God, I didn't know that was your name on there. God bless you, brother. Love you. Hope you're doing well.
So hear me out. If we just go to church, sit on the bench, listen to a weak baptized man preach about the Bible, then somehow we will defeat the evil Occupy government. Somehow the fentanyl will stop. Somehow the mass immigration will stop. Somehow the rights and freedom will be stored. All you have to do is sit your ass on the church bench and not do anything about the evil. Revolution on the streets is Nazi behavior. Everybody knows that. Virtue signaling on the church bench is the way.
Yeah, I get you're doing a sarcastic comment here, but here's what you're missing. You live in Canada, not America. So maybe you do know this, because if you did it in Canada, they would literally fuck. If you went out and you protested the Indians in Canada, they would euthanize you. That's what they'd do. Here in America, if white people got together and held a rally of any sorts, an anti-immigration rally, anything, if white people gathered to protest literally fucking anything, people on the right who are white, they don't care about if, white liberal women go protest abortion. They don't give a fuck about that. If you're a young white man on the right who goes out and protests, organizes, gathers with other white people, you will get thrown in jail for nothing. And that is the reality of what will happen. So I get what you're saying, and on some level, I'm with you. But at the same time, I'm not going to encourage young white men to just go get arrested, even if it's a unjust arrest, even if it's not an arrest I would agree with. I'm not going to encourage them to go put themselves in situations where they're going to get arrested. I am going to encourage them to make money, get in shape, infiltrate politics, infiltrate top universities and jobs. That will be my advice, at least for the time being. Same advice as Nick. And I think it's incredible advice, actually.
Hey, I'm a fan of the show. I think you're right about a lot of stuff. I'm a Protestant from the South and want to know why Catholicism is better. I'm open to change. I just need a good reason. Much love.
Well, if we trust in everything that Jesus Christ did and we have full faith in Jesus Christ, we should be a part of the church that Jesus built, not a part of a church that was not built by Jesus. I mean, that is, I guess the easiest argument would be Jesus built the Catholic Church. What did you say you are? You didn't build the Protestant church. You built the Catholic Church. Protestant came hundreds of years later. So that would be the main reason. I guess if you want to talk more about it, let me know. Leave another comment. But that would be the main reason I would give you. If we have faith in Jesus Christ and trust Jesus Christ, which we do as Christians, we would then follow the church that Jesus built as well. And a lot of the Protestants, like, you know, they're always like, oh, it's pagan. You're worshiping false idols with Mary. It's like, first of all, Protestants worship Israel, which is like crazy for you guys to shit on us for that. But second of all, it's not like we're asking Mary to pray for us with the Hail Mary and with the prayers we do to Mary. It's very misrepresented by the Protestant community. I don't know if you want to watch a good thing. I mean, there's a million Protestant Catholic debates, but Joe Webben and Nick Fuentes have a great conversation about it. Someone goes, Wanghalf in the chat. Wanghalf, what's up, brother? How we doing?
I really believe this criminal work camp slavery could gain some serious traction.
100%. I don't know how I'm the only person in the media talking about it. Instead of putting people to death, instead of just giving people life in prison, the violent criminals should be made to be slaves. There's no reason to go again. Like, there's no reason for that not to happen. Why should we not take murderers, rapists, burglars, people who assault people? Why do we not take you and make you do forced labor 14 hours a day and prop the American economy up on your back as much as we can? I do not see any good reason. It is more moral to work someone till the day they die and have them pay off their debt to society through working than to literally just execute them. It is 10 times more moral.
I believe you are looking for the word.
Yeah,
thesaurus.
I figured that out, fucktard. No, I'm kidding. Thank you.
The katana is awesome.
I know, right? 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 It is. It is fucking awesome. It is awesome. This is one of my favorite gifts I've ever got. Dude, that was crazy. I literally I found out I was getting a gift and I was like, oh, what is it? They're like, don't be scared. I got you a sword. And I was like, okay. I was like, okay, fuck yeah. I'll take a sword.
It was matter of time before you got banned.
That was crazy. I got banned on You Mingle last night. I must be getting mass reported. I do piss people off on there.
I'm pretty sure hundreds of people have reported you on there at this point.
Probably, yeah. Probably. Is that all the comments we had? Yeah, I think that's all the comments we had. Let me refresh, double check if there's anything else. No, that's all the comments we had. Okay, well, thank you to anyone who tuned in live and on Spotify. God bless you. Thank you for tuning into the show. Thank you for being a fan of the show. Please remember to like, smash the follow button, leave a comment, read all the comments at the end of each show, rate the show 5 stars on Spotify, join the Telegram channel, and check out our website, autv.shop, autv.shop for all your America Unfiltered goods. We do have more stuff hitting there this weekend, and I do want to give a couple shout-outs. One sec. The gifts we got were at like the beginning, so I want to make sure I get everyone's name right. Loading it. Big shout out Callie Groiper. Big shout out Agent Cooper. And big shout out. Wait, what are? I didn't even see this one. Someone said, did you see Elijah's new e-girl industry plant, ISIS? You think he would learn his lesson and stop creating Floyd grifters? Do you think women, even those not online, should remove themselves from politics, public life? Love the show. Thank you. Yeah, women shouldn't be involved in politics at all. And that woman's actually posting things saying like she's a mud shark. And it's like, damn, that is That is insane. And Caesar is the man with donation as well. God bless you all. Caesar is the man. Paradise07, Callie Groiper, and Agent Cooper. Thank you all for your donations. Thank you for being fans of the show. Much appreciated. God bless you guys. God bless Austin Metcalf's family. Extremely sad situation they're going through. We were able to see it on the dad's eyes there. Incredibly hard to watch, but I'll be back tomorrow for our Friday show, casual Friday show. Hope you guys do have a great rest of your night. God bless you. Hope you have a great rest of your evening. Thank you. The America you once knew is dead. Forget everything you thought you knew. You have been lied to. Used. Turned into a machine whose only use is repeating political talking points that do not serve you. Voting for politicians that don't care about you, and promoting division in a nation that needs unity. America is an empire, and like all other empires, it rose and inevitably will fall. Most people assume America will last forever,